Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching the weekly Steelchair.
Come on! You know Reece has got you! Yeah! One! Break the steel chair down! Break down the steel chair! For those about to lap! I'm what you want! Baby, you know your Judas and I'm your priest! Baby, what I got is not from the list! Bring it from the stage in the rage of the bass! Step in the arena and break the chairs down! Step in the arena and break the chairs down! Now you know! Coming on down! It's like Reece, you know I got you, so now you know! So real! Yeah! Reece! Yeah! Reece! Yeah! I'm awakened from a deep sleep, you're all weak. You're living in the agony of defeat. I am the master of your whole head. I am the pastor flocculation. Step into the town and break the walls down. Your heartbeat is the only sound. Step into the light and then you'll know you were stopped and dropped by the walls of the steel chair. Now you know. Coming on down. It's like Reece, and though I got that, so now you know. So real. Yeah. Reece. Yeah. Reece.
Charlie.
He was caught in 4K. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the weekly Steelchair. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. I was just alerting everyone that we're live now.
As you do. Welcome back to the weekly Steelchair, folks, where many a people is available to join tonight. Of course, if you want to join, you know how to do things. You join the Discord. If you don't want to join, but you want to stick to the chat, that's fine. There's no compulsive nature here. There's no active opportunity. You just do things the right way. And if you can't take it, that's the end of it. But people want to know who the predictions winner is. Well, it's funny that, see, if you lot had just listened to Billy, you might have had a champion. A more definitive champion. But instead you chose not to. So if you did listen to Billy, you actually may have made yourself a contender. So, first of all, there is a new predictions championship for everybody to see if you've actually paid attention to the thumbnail and the intro video, because it's been updated automatically. Your new weekly Steelchair predictions championships, or so Josiah claims. And of course, that psychopath had to jump up, didn't she? What do you think, folks?
I'll be honest. I preferred the big gold title.
Yeah, well, the big gold's gone. Yeah, Belle's a bitch. She had to jump and get in the road, didn't you? Aye, you. Puppet master. So, ladies and gentlemen, Is it one championship? Is it two? Or is there a reason for both? Well, there is actually. So, considering the amount of people that take part, considering the diverse nature, don't worry, Catherine, you don't need to hate women that much. There is some fundamental good elements. What's up, Roy Sheen? Good to see you, Carl. Everyone else in the chat. Do you mind? I'm trying to fucking stream here. Do you mind?
I think Cat wants to be part of the stream too.
I think she bloody has. Are you? This is my chair, not a bloody scratching post. Go on, get. Do things on my land. But, hey-ho. So, question is, who is your predictions champion? Anyone want to guess? Or should I just tell you?
I mean, they're not going to guess it. You might as well tell them.
Don't be rude. They're a good audience. Most
Unless
of the time.
unless they've looked at the predictions spreadsheet again, they're not going to guess it.
Mm-hmm. We shall see. We got to give the audience a little bit of
They may guess correct names. That is a clue I will give you, chat.
Absolutely. I just find this to be so damn stupid. WWE is reportedly discussing a behind-the-scenes role for Styles. Well, here's the thing. It's not stupid. It's a fact. That is being offered to him. The thing that's stupid is if he takes it. Because if anybody believes that man is truly needing to retire, then there's something wrong with you. He can offer so much. I actually have a belief that he could do another 5 years of wrestling.
So do I.
I think anyone who thinks that AJ Styles needs to retire or is washed is absolutely brain dead. Like Triple H. Massive brain dead, bald fraud. But hey ho, we don't abuse people in this chat, we just say the truth. We just say the truth. So I suppose we got to remind you of some rules. Right, you've really fucking done it for the last time. Yeah. Go. Fucking climb into my wardrobe, getting on my clothes. I don't think so. Absolutely not a chance. Anyway, good thing I've got this.
Yeah.
I don't need a fucking mouse anymore. Anyway, I said we've got rules to show. So, because they're going to be very important because before someone has a temper fit. Or should I say post-match breakdown? Depends on how Josiah takes it. So, and I see you, Temple. Don't worry. I see you. Although you're in the wrong place. Predictions rules. Now, everybody gets one of these. But why do you all get applause? Josiah, any ideas?
Because for once, nobody's broken any rules. Because
Nobody broke any rules, exactly. Everyone obeyed the rules. I only went and discovered the Rumble results literally this afternoon. I actually didn't bother for the whole weekend. I felt proud. Definitely the most interesting. But the reason why we need to bring up the rules is this one. You're in the wrong place because you're meant to be somewhere. Right here. Josiah, the rule that's been marked in a frame, can you read that out, please?
Chat influence on multi-person prediction draws only apply when the champion is not part of the result.
And who is the champion?
Nobody.
Exactly. So, what's going to be tonight's outcome?
It says here, a fair poll will be used to determine a new champion, and the chat cannot influence it, or you will be disqualified.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a freeway tie. And not the freeway tie that Catherine likes, before anyone tries to insinuate anything. So, congratulations are in order to Josiah, Chester, and Dan. You all got 4 predictions correct. Now, Josiah does have one in green there for... Actually, hold on. Bromebreaker... Oh, no, hold on. Let me remind that. Temple got that one wrong. My apologies. Wait, let me change that colour. I was going to say, Bromebreaker didn't do well. There we go. Obafemi and... Well, actually, it's just Obafemi and Roman Reigns had, unfortunately, the most eliminations of the Rumble. Now, Josiah technically said Bromebreaker and Obafemi, because I said you get a point for each person, so he does get 1, plus his 3 existing predictions of Clown, Chav, and Homelander. Sorry, Highlander.
Yeah.
Chester got all 4 correct. And of course, Dan also got a 100%. I said it from the very beginning. People never listen to me. I didn't even watch the show. I told you in December and November that Roman was unfortunately going to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Honestly, you would have won the predictions if you just listened to me.
To be honest, the moment that the Rumble was announced to be in Saudi, you should have known that he was going to win it.
Well, it was between him and Sammy. But I said in November, like, he was definitely going to win it. So I'll take the pride of it. So it is a fair poll. None of you are in the chat influence, because if I see anyone saying, "Oh, vote for this person," you will lose your moderator. So, and
you also don't get it back. That is the other rule.
You don't get it back. So, new predictions champion, and you can't vote for yourself.
I mean, you can't. I mean, if you're in, I mean, I think if you're involved in the vote,
Chester,
you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yeah, Chester, Dan, and Josiah, you're not allowed to vote. So we have Josiah. Now I'm just putting in random order, so don't complain if where you are on the poll doesn't matter. So Josiah, second reign. Chester, first reign. Dan, first reign. We have potentially one person getting their first reign, or Josiah getting a second. No scamming it. Simply put, Josiah, Chester, and Dan, you're not allowed to vote in the poll, but the poll will run until 8:30 UK time. What's up, Tammy? How are you doing? Also, since Chammy's in the chat, perfect timing. Completely agree when it comes to your vote on your opinion on Jay White, by the way. But welcome into the stream. It's a pleasure. Immediately, we've got Okay, the chat's going wild already. We've got 5 votes already, and it's already a huge race. In the chat, currently, the poll's only been up for about 20 seconds. 6 votes. Josiah, I'm being honest, Josiah, you've got 0%.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Dan, you have 17% of the votes. Chester has 83%. Now, I'm saying it plain and simple. I know how many people are watching right now. So I know for a fact, Chester, remove your vote. I know how many people are in the chat. So remove your vote. Josiah, you now have a vote.
Nice.
So, since Tammy's now part of this, she wants to take part in
That'll
prediction.
be the one vote I get.
Since
So whoever did that, thank you very much.
if going forward, if Tammy wants to be part of our prediction spreadsheet, you automatically get the moderation because that's how it works. Glenn showing up, good to see you, mate. It's how it works around here. I might start doing something. So you're now tied second place. You have 12% of the votes. Chester has a whopping 75%. Let's review this part. Hold on, because I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Also, if you do want to join the chat tonight, folks, you're more than welcome to come join us. Let's take the prediction spreadsheet down because the winner has a choice. I would like to give a negative vote to Josiah. Fucking hell, Glenn. Fernando's question. Well, sorry, statement, I should say. We should get a women's TLC match at Mania for the women's tag titles. Okay, I'm just going to ask you one question. You want a women's TLC match. How many teams are involved? And can you name legitimately 5 teams? I'm just being honest. So, who's involved and name 5 teams? Billy, don't start.
I mean, I can name 5 teams without even counting the team that came back.
You say one name, your moderator status is coming off, and that includes mine as a joke. Because that's part of the rules. Although the negative vote, to be fair, that is funny. For context, Josiah laughed at my spelling of Yokozuna. I mean, to be fair, it is a funny name. But that's not his real name, it's Yokozuna. Okay, here's a good one, because we are talking about New Japan tonight. Athena versus Suri is confirmed for the New Japan Come Out show to the US for the IWGP Women's title. Thoughts?
I'm very excited for this match, and I think it's going to be a show stealer.
I'm going to raise you. I think that's going to be Women's Match of the Year.
Already?
Yeah. Roy Sheen, you take as much time as you need, even if you're unwell. That's the most important thing, is you take your time. But I hope you feel better soon. I honestly am really excited for this. There's not many matches I think this year that could realistically top this.
This is pretty much the only good news from New Japan that we've got this week.
Sadly, we've got some unfortunate bad news to get through. But of course, Josiah, you obviously watched the Rumble. You didn't want to review it. Your exact words to me were, "I don't want to review this."
No, yeah, literally.
Temple's on the assault path. I mean, to be fair, we all make this joke. It's funny. Glenn's tries to see. I see you raise and I raise you match of the decade. I mean, that's just no.
I mean, it depends on how good the match is, obviously.
Oh, Josiah, you're about to laugh, mate. Just wait for this.
Chelsea 1-0.
No, not that. I'm just waiting for it. Is it really?
No, I thought that's why you said I was going to laugh.
In the honourable words of the Steelchair. For the record, Chris Statlander is a terrible AEW Women's World Champion. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tam. I just have to make that clear. Sorry. Okay. So, let's just say for me, the Rumble, the more I thought about it, the worse my review for it got. Fucking hell, Dan. Fucking hell.
That's pretty much the same for me as well.
I admire that. If, by the way, Dan, I know you said you had stuff you wanted to talk about. If you want to come on and talk about this, you absolutely can. There's no stopping you. But if anybody does have any opinions they want to talk about, you're now actually in second place.
Like, I thought that the men's Rumble in particular was just ridiculous. Like, it wasn't even, it was less than an hour long.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It wasn't me.
We tried to tell him, but he didn't listen to us.
Absolutely, we do things right. You just need to click on the Discord. There's just a pinned chat. So on the pinned comments, you just select the Talk Studio one. Well, Catherine, you have a new rival, so you got to give. I want to hear Catherine's opinions on the Rumble as well. Anyone who wants to come in, absolutely. Catherine, since you've not been here so far, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but these are the new predictions championships.
I'm still trying to figure out why there's two.
Because I will explain once the new champion is crowned in 20 minutes. Although I think we can sort of establish who that's going to be.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be Chester. Although it's going to be interesting with Chester if he's champion, because that means he has to hate watch his predictions for AEW.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's funny. And it also means that he has to wake up early to watch New Japan.
And he's got to sit through the horror that is Delirious and Tommy Dreamer proper booking for predictions. Like, he has to get into that brain too.
Yeah.
And I already have to suffer that brain a lot.
Yeah.
So, Thunderdome. No, I just got home nice. I seen the Thank you, Catherine. I'm going to assume that's where your 18% is.
Yeah.
Because Josiah, currently on the scoreboard, 11 votes. Josiah, you're on 18% of the votes. Dan, you're on 9%. Very unfortunate at the minute. And Chester is currently on 73%.
See, this is the thing. When it comes to these chat votes, I automatically just accept that I'm not winning.
Yeah. Tammy, that's actually a very good question, and I thank you for bringing that up. Like, I really am grateful for asking that question. So we actually do reviews for New Japan, AEW. We do Noah. We are trying to get into like Stardom. Marigold, I hate the clown that runs it, but I do like obviously the talent. So we certainly do have that involved. So if you want to be involved in these, you're absolutely more than welcome. It would be more than grateful. I'm actually trying because I've got that, and I might add another promotion, but I haven't decided which one. Maybe RevPro or Progress. We'll see. Dan, I'll get you in a second, mate. I see you're backstage. I'll tell you mine, no surprise, because in Saudi they couldn't get anyone in without being seen. Both Rumbles except Chelsea Green were boring as fuck. AJ ending shy. Drew Sammy pointless as fuck. Fair. Fair. The chat hate women's wrestling, so I doubt that. No, only one person in the chat hates women's wrestling.
And that theory's also been debunked today.
Yeah, we caught Catherine in 4K. Oh, this is making me laugh. Oh, I really do need a laugh today, so thank you. Dan is in the gorilla position, yes, except unlike Triple
It's almost like we've got marriage counselling in chat.
I can certainly help. Welcome in, bitch.
That's all right, Cockwomble.
Don't use my words. We don't use my words against me. We use them for me. What's up, Dan? Good to see you.
It's all good. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Rumble obliteration. Oh, because like I said, I refuse to watch anything Saudi. And before one thinks, oh, it's harsh on Saudi. Oh, it's racist. It's not. It's just I don't give a flying fuck. So over to you both. This is literally because I'm not going to say anything for the next whatever you guys want to talk about the Rumble. I'm saying nothing. Okay.
The only thing I've got to say, the only thing I've got to ask Josiah, what was more worse? The whole segment between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, or Bron Breakker himself?
I think the bit between Charlotte and Alexa, because at least with Bron Breakker, that kind of furthered the storyline and also boosted up Obafemi a little bit.
Yes, I'd have to agree on that one, simply because it just didn't make sense at the time with Charlotte and Alexa, but with Bron Breakker, it just makes sort of sense, especially if we think who exactly who it was, exactly who he did it to, so to speak.
Yeah.
If it is him, then it's just building up that slow build story leading up to the reveal of him.
Yeah. And then also, and going back to the Charlotte and Alexa thing, I didn't really feel like they made the most of their advantage at the start. Instead of trying to eliminate people, they just allowed the ring to fill up instead of keeping it with just empty.
Yeah, you would think considering they're a tag team, you would think they would use that numbers game, but they never used it. It was just built and built and built compared to what happened in the men's Royal Rumble, where you just had one person literally dominating right from the start.
Yeah. And then if we could get to the men's Rumble, I want to get your take on that match as a whole, because I thought that it was just awful to watch.
Oh, I tell you something, nothing. The one thing I hated the most about the men's Royal Rumble, and this is coming from me. This is coming from someone who does like a little bit of cheesy Jey Uso.
I know exactly what you're going to go with.
Yeah, I hated his entrance, how long it took. It took the spotlight away from people getting eliminated, and look at the way it ended up. I'm not normally one for defending Brock Lesnar, but
I think the fact that he got eliminated during Jay's entrance while no one was paying attention was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely past a joke. If I was one of the producers behind the scenes at the Royal Rumble, I would have literally been saying, whoever did that, whoever told Jey Uso to come from the top of the crowd instead of coming down the ramp, I would have been like, okay, you're fired, get out. Bye.
Yeah. And then the fact that he tried to run back the entrance while he's in the match, and he goes up to the ropes where someone could easily push him off. That also didn't make any sense.
Exactly. All I say is thank God. All I say is thank God. Roman he was just like, nope, I had enough of this.
Yeah, because that was the second time that he tried to do it.
And it was just like, no, we're not here to run your team. We're here to do a Rumble match.
Yeah. And then the two, I guess, singles matches, they were both just a joke.
Oh, yes. But I'd say in terms of obviously the actual live performances of both of all the competitors in the singles matches. I thought they performed well. They absolutely all competitors performed well. But for me, I think it was easy. It was just easy to read what the outcome was going to be.
Yeah, I think so.
I think when we did the prediction show, it was more or less that we were saying it was more or less a safe bet. But I think they played it. I think WWE played it safe during the whole Royal Rumble. That's both for the singles and both the Rumble matches.
Yeah, and it was almost like I feel like if they were gonna play it as safe as they did, I would have rather them just do a different set of matches rather than the two that we got.
Exactly, and I think as well there was a lot when I was reading through a lot of people's comments as well. A lot of people were saying that during the Women's Rumble there was too many tag teams.
Yeah, and it's like they all came out at the start and then right at the end.
From the Royal Rumble.
Go for it, Temple.
What annoyed me about the Royal Rumble. Reece might laugh at this, but why do you need to play Jey Uso's fucking theme when the Royal Rumble's on?
Just for the viral moment,
what the
I guess.
What about? It was yeeting for about 5 minutes. It didn't even come through the where the other people came from. It came from the crowd. He started fucking yeeting like an idiot.
Yeah.
It was still going on. We missed Brock Lesnar's ready elimination whilst he was fucking yeeting like a tip.
Well, we didn't miss it, but pretty much everyone that was at the show did.
Yeah, because he was yeeting. I didn't like that whatsoever. He was yeeting like an absolute tit. And another thing about the Royal Rumble, I don't like big ramps, because by the time the person came into the ring and did this stuff, he didn't even able to do his stuff. Another entrant came in, and then another entrant came in. The ramp was too big, in my opinion. I think the Royal Rumble pay-per-views going now should have like a small ramp, because the ramp is too long. By the time the person comes out, the next entrant will come out. I think the last time that we had a small ramp was when John Cena won the Rumble. I think that was when he that Royal Rumble that he came back from injury. That was a really small ramp, wasn't it?
That's Madison Square Garden, though.
Yeah. I just don't like long ramps, because by the time somebody come in, the next entrant will come in. It's not exactly 60 seconds, is it?
It's not even 60, it's 90. It's 90 seconds.
Yeah, and
fair point.
No, it wasn't even 90 seconds. For this year, they said that it would be every 2 minutes, and it just wasn't.
That wasn't 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes.
No. Yeah.
They do rush their entrance. There is something I did notice, that the men's match went 10 minutes shorter than the women.
Yeah.
And
Charlotte Flair lasted longer in the women's match than the men's match was in its total.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem I've got with the Rumble, even though it was in Saudi, the biggest problem I had was the fact that I agree about the whole Brock Lesnar part, and because I did eventually hear about it, which is really stupid.
Brock should have just kicked the shit out of Jey Uso.
If you're going to have that moron's entrance,
yeah,
here's an idea: you start the match with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
On the subject of that, you're never going to guess who had the longest time in the Rumble.
Obafemi.
No.
Well, it wasn't Braun Breaker.
No.
Logan Paul, was it?
No.
No. Who?
Heavyweight or lighter heavyweight?
Light.
Let's see.
Trick Williams. Javon Evans.
Trick Williams isn't a light heavyweight.
I'm on about Javon Evans was the Iron Man, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Why was he given the longest time? He can't even last 5 minutes in a freaking normal match.
Saul Brooker was the last three in the women's, which I like that.
He is absolutely shit, man.
Lasted about 40 minutes.
That's just ridiculous.
I think the Royal Rumble was kind of poo because most of the entrances didn't even last. Don't know. Rusev got screwed. Came in, got eliminated straight away.
Everyone that got in the ring with the family got eliminated straight away until Damien Priest.
Yeah, who eliminated Damien Priest? Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
I liked how they introduced Hobbs though. It came up with Powerhouse Hobbs and it changed to Royce Keys.
So basically, Matt Cardona on steroids.
Yeah, yeah. Because they did the Zack Ryder thing and then they turned it into Matt Cardona.
I don't see the point in that. That's just stupid.
Because
I'm not going to not call him Powerhouse Hobbs anyway. They won't have a clue who it was, would they? So that's probably why they put Powerhouse Hobbs first and it just changed into the Royce Keys. Because if they did put Royce Keys first, no one in Saudi would know who the hell that is. He wouldn't have had a decent reaction. Because he did have a reaction when he came in.
I don't think so, Catherine. Purely because, well, for one, Hogan's racism in 1994 was at least he kind of got away with it. So Nick Bolia won't get away with that. And secondly, Nick Bolia, if he does become a wrestler, will not draw even $1. Like, at all. He'll probably be called Nobby Hogan. Or something like that.
My faith for LA Knight becoming the main event is kind of gone now.
I did tell you. It was the last thing I said.
I said if he doesn't win this Rumble, then I don't see the point of him being a main eventer.
It was the last thing I said to you on Friday night when you mentioned LA Knight. I was like, they've been saying this for 3 years. They're not going to do anything. They don't care about him at all.
And then Finn Balor wasn't in the Rumble because LA Park was there, Mr. Iguana, freaking all the Triple A guys.
It is a joke. Did anyone hear in the Punk Romans promo, some in the crowd shout they do that in AEW when Punk said, "Why don't you fight Drew?"
No, I didn't hear that.
I did not hear that.
No, not quite.
Logan Paul was the masked man 100% in response to Chester. Well, I did watch that little bit of Raw. I only watched 50 minutes of Raw. The only bit
masked man is probably Seth Rollins, but it's been played by somebody else to think it's not him, and it's going to be end up in being him.
Yeah, that was my thinking exactly. Because to me, the person who was dressed up in the mask and all that, he didn't look as tall as what Seth Rollins is, and looked a little bit more skinnier. But
he's dead skinny, right?
Because I think
people are saying that it might.
I think Seth's still quite far away at the moment from returning back. Because I think he might be close to returning back when it's coming more to WrestleMania. So I think they might end up just have like a background person.
There are people saying it's Logan Paul's brother.
To be fair, I actually think you won't see Seth Rollins until one very particular match.
Yeah, this is what people have been maybe theorizing. They're theorizing that it is going to be Seth Rollins, but until he's medically cleared, it's going to be like just any random person.
It's going to be a
that kind of looks like
a default character until Seth Rollins is going to wrestle.
Yeah, they're gonna try and find someone that has like the same height and stature as Seth Rollins, and they're gonna cosplay Seth as them until Seth's cleared to be physical.
Yeah, agreed. And we'll see how that goes. 2 minutes away from the new Predictions Championship, and it wasn't an absolute hammering in the end. So currently on the polls, Dan, unfortunately, you're on 7%. Unlucky. Josiah, you're currently sitting on 36% of the votes.
Wow.
And Chester is sitting on 57% from 14 votes. So he did lose 16%.
Well, I've got more votes than I thought I would, so there we go.
Yeah, he lost 16%. That's still major. Tammy's back in the chat saying, "What if it's Buddy Matthews?"
Well, not this.
The only reason why
Buddy
I
Matthews
don't think it is,
Buddy Matthews is too short.
and also he is
And
bigger.
plus he's muscly now. He's got some weight on him. I don't know.
He is bigger than Rollins as well as a man. Like he's much bigger than Rollins, and he's more of a man than Rollins. Like respectfully.
Tammy did say that Buddy Matthews' contract is up secretly. She said before.
Oh, I know you've said that. I've came back to you saying that it's not. He's got another year in his contract. But to be fair, I do think he will end up going back to WWE.
It'd be a nice booking wife, yeah. It'd be right.
I don't see any reason for him to go back though. Like, I don't see any reason to do it. What's he going to do? Get paired with Aleister Black again and then get stuck in catering? I don't want that for him.
By the way, Hearts has had a player say nothing.
Class. I agree with Josiah and the Masked Man, and we know how much Triple H loves his hoodies.
Yeah, I thought about that. Triple H loves these Masked Man or hooded guys. Like, can you think about something else instead of doing the same shit?
Get
almost
in.
like
2-0 Milan. Get in.
It's almost like that.
Do you think Triple H uses the masked and hooded guys too much?
That is another fair point as well. That is another fair point as well, Catherine. Matthews could have injury time added onto his contract. Right. Poll is over. So.
Well done, Chester.
That's only the first part. We're not done yet. Now, Chester thinks he's the champion.
Oh, dear.
But what exactly is he the champion of?
Procrastination.
Now, the question that you haven't thought about is, which one are we actually going to give him? You thought it was
two.
Because democracy does slightly exist.
What are you doing at CM Punk in AEW?
No.
Reece is the real the week of Steelchair predictions.
No, it's one design or the other.
What he was doing at CM Punk.
The question, to be fair though, the bottom one looks a lot like Catherine's title.
Because it doesn't say "I hate women" where it says vacant.
I bet it's white with red on it. So Chester, as you're going to be the first person to take the Predictions Championship, which one are you taking? That's the choice you get every single time there's a Predictions Champion.
Did anyone watch Raw?
Only like 15-20 minutes.
Did you like how what Gunter came out and trilled us?
No. No.
Used. I was just like.
He came out to it. AJ Styles' theme came. Everyone thought it was AJ Styles. Obviously, fucking not. And Gunther came out, did AJ Styles' stuff. Didn't it?
I still don't. I'm still gonna stand by it. I still don't see any benefit to Gunther at all with this legend crap, because it doesn't stand out for me.
Everyone
doesn't stand out.
And then he had Stephanie back in.
You just can't take him seriously.
Yeah, I can't take him seriously at all. He is so boring.
Do you know on the last night's Raw we didn't even have hardly any wrestling? Really?
Yeah. And even then, I saw the highlights of the women's title match. That was crap. Well, and I say that as a women's wrestling fan. It was. It was so bad.
Like for ages, they couldn't set up chat.
Attacked the War Raiders or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think they intended on having. I don't think they intended on just having that.
They'll probably do Over versus fucking Hansen or something. Yeah, I call him Hansen. I won't call him Ivar. And people in the chat who won't even know who Hansen is.
was just about to say, do you think they might do the same thing? Because obviously he's still unaffiliated with it, any brand at the moment. Do you think they'll do the same again on SmackDown with him, but with a different tag team this time round?
I think so.
I don't think so. I think he's just going to end up on Raw.
It is really lazy booking, but I'll actually agree. For the first time in his entire career, I will admit, this moron actually had a good promo. For the first time in his career. And before everyone says,
I don't know, Obafemi on SmackDown, Powerhouse on Raw, maybe? Uh-oh. Too many big men on SmackDown, isn't there? I think there's like Jacob.
There you go, Chester.
Obafemi.
He wanted the white one. So, all white for Chester. Which means the white and red will have to wait till maybe next time.
Don't worry, it will be next week.
Probably Obafemi and Raw, Powerhouse on SmackDown.
That is true, to be fair. Chester, your first defense is next week.
What's next week?
The New Beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So be prepared. LA Knight just needs to walk away from WWE. I actually think he should as well retire. Yeah. Well, he's 40. He's not that old.
Yeah, but he's crap.
Oba is going to Raw and Powerhouse is going to SmackDown, says Catherine.
Yeah, Obafemi is going Raw, probably Powerhouse is going to SmackDown to be like, I don't know. I saw online people want Powerhouse Hobbs to be Trick's muscle or something.
If he does that, then he's went from championship runs to being a bodyguard for a bitch. I'll laugh if that happens. I will laugh.
I saw that online on Twitter this morning when I was putting all my shit on there.
It's just like they say, it's lazy booking. But here's another thing as well: do people actually believe that WrestleMania is actually going to be good now because of fucking Roman Reigns versus CM Punk?
I was scared that would get
like people think this.
Yeah, but isn't it ironic that we're getting Roman Punk, but Roman was moaning last year about the title that Seth were wearing because it is second fiddle to him, but he's going for a title that he said that was second fiddle to his title.
It's because it's
because at the time he'd beaten everyone that was competing for the belt. But
yeah, but when he was
more people
champion, he was saying that that title that Seth's wearing.
That's because he was actually a champion at the time. Now he's not. He needs to go for something.
He's going in for a CM Punk title.
And now he's declared that the world title is what he wants. And if he wins that, then... But then again, I don't think he does.
He did say on Raw that the only reason why he's going for Punk because he hates him or something.
Yeah. I mean, at least we can all say for once, because I agree with something that Josiah said to me earlier on, I actually agree, even though I think it's just bizarre reasons. At least they've actually done something on a real basis. He hates him. It's good for once they're just basing a feud on hatred. Like, when was the last time they actually did a feud based on hatred? And I mean serious feud. And if anyone comes in and says Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk or whatever, I will laugh because they don't hate each other.
Yeah, we're getting that. We're getting Stephanie Liv, probably. Obviously, because she did attack Stephanie Becky.
I'm not surprised that happened. And that is true.
Then on SmackDown, I don't know what Jade Cargill does. I don't know if Bianca's ready yet to come back.
That is true, James. That is true.
If Bianca was ready to come back, she would have come back at the Rumble.
She would have came back and won it.
Yeah,
Jade's going to face Tiffany Stratton and lose the belt back to her.
And then the WWE title is probably Drew, Cody, Fatu, probably. I don't know who else.
I think it'll be singles. I don't think Jacob Fatu will be
involved. It's just going to be Drew and Cody. Jacob Fatu will get a title match at Elimination Chamber and lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've seen McIntyre and Cody once or before. Like, how many over here?
We've seen it about 5 times already. It won't even be the rematch. It'll be he earns it in the chamber because he gets no rematch.
Be honest, you don't want it again, do you? You don't want Drew versus Cody for the title again, do you? At WrestleMania, do you?
No, to be honest, I want a different match. Why
don't you do Cody? Why don't you do Drew McIntyre? If you're gonna put freaking Cody in it, have him and in Fatu because they've been teasing the triple threat, haven't they, for months?
Honestly, I would go one step slightly further.
Randy Orton, maybe?
I'd just do Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar just to annoy Aldis.
Rematch in front of the crowd. To be honest, I was thinking something wild and different. I was thinking Elimination Chamber. Winner faces Drew McIntyre for the title. Shock trade to SmackDown. Penta wins the Elimination Chamber. Penta versus Drew for the title at WrestleMania.
What?
As a heel.
Why?
Because either he doesn't do it or he stays in catering for the rest of his life.
Oh.
Like, I want to see Penta actually be a serious main eventer. But then again, though, you put your mind before anyone else. But I think it's going to be, in real honesty, I think it's going to be Drew versus Randy at Mania. I think it'll be Cody versus Jacob Fatu and maybe like a last man standing or something.
Good shout, actually. I like Randy Orton. Randy Orton going for number, what is it, 15?
15, and you'll win it with a punt kick.
And turn heel in the match.
1-0 St. Mirren.
Oh, he is now Catherine. That's what I'm saying. That's why I would have made the twist.
What does LA Knight do at WrestleMania?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed?
It's 1-0 St. Mirren, by the way.
If he likes big things, you can take on Bronson Reed.
What about Austin Theory against LA Knight?
I would just say Austin Theory versus P45. I'm sorry, but it's crap.
Hearts are losing, by the way, Reece.
Oh my god, Tommy just said Austin Theory versus me. What?
Tammy, come say that in the chat if you've got guts. Oh wait, never mind. I meant guts. Emphasis on the word guts. Question: what's worse, Cody versus Drew, or Drew versus Sammy again? Because both could happen. They keep going on about Sammy never beating Drew. I mean, 12-0. But remember, when we use Sammy's name, you must use the real names. If I have to remind you of your names, I will do it. But to be fair, I do think the worst one is Drew versus Sammy. 12-0 was ridiculous, but I'm getting sick and tired of it. It's not even a good feud. There's nothing remotely good about it. Theory is good, but I think his career has been terrible. He would do better on the Indies. I agree with that. Like, I agree with that.
All the hype that Jericho's getting in the Rumble, he didn't turn up. By the way, he's doing Fozzy until April, so Jericho's not
End of May.
End of May. So he's not coming back probably June. And he might not even come back at all.
Oh, Barcelona's good.
I was just about to say, did anybody watch the post show of the Royal Rumble?
He got the fucked up chance again, didn't he?
Yeah, he got literally Baldy chance. He got Y2J chance and all that. It was just absolutely
post show for the Royal Rumble. What do you need before? He's not coming back to WWE until June, and I don't think he's coming back even at all.
Slapnuts run south is reported that WWE has no plans for Jericho in 2026. If you don't have plans for Chris Jericho in any company, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry, but even Jericho, like with a broken leg or one-legged Jericho, offers more in wrestling than 90% of the current wrestling business.
Probably.
If you ain't got anything for Jericho, you got something wrong with you.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how you can have nothing. And see, another thing as well, see if they have nothing for him. There's an incentive that, mate, even then you should actually stay in AEW. Or go to Japan and Mexico, like what I asked for. Do the Painmaker World Tour.
And then call it a day or something.
Yeah, they even chanted they want Vince back. Wow.
Why would you even want to chant?
To be fair, Vince probably would have done a better job picking that show.
Vince probably would have. I want my money.
How would you even want to chant we want Vince back? That's like saying, I won't be saying
that.
Because they know the current booker is horseshit. I think people really are now officially waking up to him. The ones that were his biggest defenders are finally waking up. And they're realizing, fuck, he is awful.
Honestly, the worst booker I've ever seen book a show.
Yeah. I don't think you can change anything.
For me, he was brilliant in NXT, but since he's came up to the main show, it's just slowly gone downhill. And now it's literally the storyline of 2011 with him, where he was the COO and all that, and everybody put in a vote of no confidence, and they all did their storylines walk out on him. It's going to end up.
That's what they should do in real life.
Here's the question, folks, and this is a genuine question. It's not a mock of WWE. I do that on a regular basis anyway, but this is a genuine, honest question. At the start of the year, Josiah, when we did our predictions for... Oh, we're up to another 2 subs. We're on 473. Thank you very much, folks. 27 for 500. Let's get the ball rolling. I asked you a very specific question. I asked the chat the same question. I asked you, Josiah, which company do you think will be the most improved this year? What company did you say again?
I said that it would be the WWE because the bar's so low.
And with a bar so low now, where are they in your opinion in terms of improving?
I'd say just above the bar.
So in other words,
that's only because they took the belt off Cody, and that's
intriguing. Let's see. A couple of comments in there. Billy says maybe Kevin Owens took Manjaro and he was the man in the mask. Jesus Christ. He said during the post-show, see, Josiah pissed me off last night. Josiah last night before Raw started literally went, I think you'll like Raw tonight because Triple H just said the words, it'll be the start of a new era. And I was like, you bastard. He said, you knew that would piss me off.
Dumb.
Oh, he does. There's been more new eras than there's been good WWE shows. Tammy says Julia needs to come back to Japan. I hate how WWE are treating her at the minute. Fair comment. Very fair comment. And of course, straight in there, she's my fave, her and Tekla. Tekla's quality. I like Julia a bit. She's basically been like taken to the kennel and she's been neutered. Like that's Julia. She's been neutered. If Vince had booked the Rumble, Brock and Oba would have been the final 2 and Brock would have won.
So I think Tammy said she subscribed.
Appreciate that, thank you. To be fair though, Braun Breaker's in there as well. I don't know, like it's an interesting one. Chester Triple H is using buzzwords. Yeah, don't even get me started on buzzwords. What's up, Maria? How you doing?
We covered one there, what she just said.
You know full well my opinion on buzzwords.
If Vince was booking it, he probably would have been booking it Logan Paul versus the Iguana character and having Logan Paul eliminate the Iguana character.
Honestly, he's another one that they're gonna ruin him. They are gonna ruin him, and he's actually a decent character. He's not great, but God Almighty, like
who?
Mr. Iguana.
Is he a good character?
I think he is a good character, yeah. But they will ruin him.
Because probably there's loads of iguanas on WWE shop. Is it WWE shop, isn't it? Loads of them. And there's Finn Balor's Bendito, I think, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I think they're in a worse position than last year. The Mania card is looking terrible, and last year's was mid. Honestly, see when it gets to WrestleMania time, and I've got to do predictions on that show, you're going to see a different type of lock-in. Put it that way.
And I don't like the two nights events for WrestleMania and SummerSlam. They'll end up doing it for Survivor Series as well, won't they?
Well, I already said that they were doing that. I said that last year they were going to do that, and that's next year.
I just do
that's
one
next
big
year.
one. Fuck me.
It's 2 years of Rumble next year, 2 years of Survivor Series.
Why though?
Because they're obsessed with 2-night events because they know they'll make money. Although they're lying about that as well.
There's a question. You three, sorry. Do you want 2 nights of WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series?
I don't even want 12 pay-per-views a year from WWE. I want 6.
I mean, you don't get 12 a year.
You basically
get like 10.
You get like 12 major events. Well, to be fair, they don't do one in December anymore, and one in March. But you know what I mean. Like, we don't need them every single. They need to go back to what they used to do. They need to go back to like, say, 2
Royal Rumble, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And then like Backlash, Vengeance, Judgment Day, freaking stuff like that.
No, don't do them. Don't do them.
No,
like,
don't do them.
Like, the minute WrestleMania is over, there's no pay-per-view until, say, June, July. That's it. Actually properly focus on your TV, because I'm going to say this now and people are going to hate me for it. I have the same opinion about AEW. I like AEW
because they used to do like, what, 6 pay-per-views a month, and now they're doing fucking 12 like WWE. It's like, why?
AEW are great with their pay-per-views, so like that's the one thing AEW do really well is their pay-per-views. But I like the length of time in between, so you can actually build up more of your TV product and then get to the pay-per-view. I don't like, oh, you've got one end of the month, here's a pay-per-view. I want a little bit of that's why I like the length of time in between World's End and Revolution. That's 3 massive months of waiting. I like that. I don't want, so like the next one's like May, Double or Nothing. I'm alright with that. One, like a pay-per-view every 2 months, a pay-per-view every 3 months. I'm good with that. We don't need 10, we don't need 12. 5 or 6 is enough.
Plus, well, if you wanted more titles being defended and all that being done over the weekend, promote it more on Saturday night main event, that sort of thing.
Yep.
I can remember back in the days where you used to have the likes of main event and superstars, where WWE used to have like even just the mid card titles being defended on there.
Basically what I was thinking, Carl. Basically exactly what I was thinking.
Why don't you just post it in the chat, Tommy?
You
will read it.
Yeah, I read everything, except weirdo names.
No, she's afraid about what she's going to post. Just post it. No one's bothered.
Yeah, I mean, we take the piss out of Temple all the time.
Yeah, just post it if you want. No one's going to attack you for your own opinion on air, love.
Exactly. Like everybody knows everyone knows the standards in here. If anyone makes fun of your opinions, they're straight out the door. Even
if nobody knows what the talent is, I'm sure
I've probably heard
Reece and I probably know it. Yeah, just post it, man.
I've got an insane wealth of wrestling knowledge that I wish I could just give to someone on days that I don't care about wrestling. So Monday and a Friday. I haven't watched a live Monday Night Raw in fuck knows how long, or SmackDown. Like I just don't watch it live anymore. Like it's exhausting.
Last night was my first time in a long time.
I generally think, you know what I generally think is going to be the worst Raw of the year, and I say this with conviction. The worst Raw of the year is going to be the Raw after Mania. Like I'm absolutely dead confident. You can clip this right now. 1 hour, 3 minutes, 46 seconds for the next 10 seconds. Monday Night Raw, the night after WrestleMania Night 2, is going to be the worst Monday Night Raw of 2026. And you can bank on that.
What makes you think that?
Because they'll do nothing in terms of shock. They'll do no major changes. They'll do no new debuts. They'll try and tease something that'll backfire. And then after that, nobody will care. WWE only give 4 or 5 matches in PLEs, that the least amount of matches, no builds and so on, going to events. Chester, now I want you to listen about something really important. Really important. I'll bring up Tammy's comment in 1 second because I like it. Chester, see what you've just said there. What was it you said the other day about AEW?
That wasn't hard, was it?
What was it that you said the other day about AEW? Someone please remind me. This is not an attack on Chester. It's just a genuine question. What was it Chester said? Read the last part of his comment, and what did he say about AEW?
He says WWE only give 4 or 5 matches in PLEs. Yeah, because Triple H is obsessed with that shit, and it's nice. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
look at the last
the
part
least
of his
amount
comment.
of matches, no build to storylines going into events. I think he said the same thing about AEW, didn't he?
That they don't tell stories and they don't do this. And you've just said the same about Triple H. So how is it taking it this long for you to admit this? We've finally beaten him. Okay, Tammy's comment. Saya Kamatani might drop her title to a young talent from the New Blood roster. Her name's Aya Sakura. I'm good with that. And the reason why is because I think Saya needs to really go for something major. She's great. I like Saya. I think talent-wise, she's got potential to be the best women's wrestler in the world. But it's about how you push yourself on now. So if she does lose to the New Blood, think of the vengeance storyline that she could do in Stardom.
Yeah, she did it with Tam Nakano because she was what
at its peak.
Aya Sakura is now.
I think there's a lot about it. Yeah, you did say that, and now you've just said WWE don't do it. So what company does do stories then to you? I need to know now because this is getting good. Are we happy with Roman Reigns versus Punk instead of a dreadful Roman versus Cody free? I mean, I don't like Roman anyway, but I mean, it is better than Roman Cody free. But then again, that's better by low bar standard. Yeah, basically. It's a reality check that people are finally waking up to. People are finally learning that there's genuinely some shit wrong with WWE, and I don't think people are actually recognizing just how bad it is unless you actually listen to someone who is not going to... We're not going to over-exaggerate it. I didn't watch the Rumble because I don't agree with Saudi Arabia, but even if the Rumble was in, say, Mexico, I wouldn't have watched because I don't... The reason why I wouldn't watch it in Mexico is I don't actually think they have a bloody clue what they're doing. You get to a Raw, a SmackDown, you get to a WWE pay-per-view. I refuse to call it a PLE. You get to a WWE pay-per-view. Do you genuinely feel excited? Honest question. Do you honestly feel excited by them?
Nope.
Temple, do you honestly feel excited when it comes round to a WWE pay-per-view?
Not really, no.
Why should we? Like, why should we? No, it's nothing against Mexico, Catherine. I just used Mexico as an example. It was like the first country that came to mind. I think AEW does better stories than WWE. Sorry for lying about that one comment. See, we knew that you were an honest man. You've finally woken up. We finally got the Michael Myers out of this. Don't worry, it's on screen. We've got this. To be fair, Chester is an honest guy. I think he just wanted to defend WWE, which is understandable. But to be fair, WWE right now are just struggling badly. And the only way you can change that is you get away from the people in charge and you tell the talent, we're going to let you work. We're not going to let you just look at the camera for 5 minutes and do 20-minute stare downs. Asuka versus Kairi Mania match would be good. Would that be good if there's a story with it, as they're telling you something at least? They are built. I will give them that. They are actually telling this story, and even if you don't want to admit it, like there will be people that'll admit they're not telling this story. They are telling a story between Asuka and Kairi Sane. My only problem, and I want to see what you lads think as well, and to an extent the chat as well.
Is it a Mania match though?
No.
I don't think it's a Mania match, but I do think it's a match where they genuinely deserve time and a play. Like if this was at the Elimination Chamber,
I get what Tommy's saying about that, but is it really a Mania match if you put it on paper, like Asuka versus Kairi Sane Mania match?
I don't think.
I get why she's saying it because there's a story there, and people love stories in wrestling, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a Mania match if you think about it.
Oh yeah, 100%, and that's what it is. I like the enjoyment of it.
But if it wasn't with no story and they just put it on a WrestleMania match, you'd be like, why is Asuka and Kairi Sane on a Mania card?
Absolutely. Great comment from Carl. I think we're all going to echo this statement. They need a full purge and a reset in management creative. Yeah, they need an Order 66. Plain and simple. Who has better wrestling, Mexico or Japan? Japan.
Japan. But they do have a good Mexican talent in Masquerade.
I love Mexican wrestling. I love luchador. Like, I like luchadors in general. I like lucha libre. But if I'm being honest, Japan, when it comes to wrestling, Japan bullies them. But the good thing about both companies, both countries, is when you actually look at the excitement between a Japanese talent and a Mexican talent, or a talent working in a Mexican promotion in contrast to a talent in a Japanese promotion, the minute they get into a ring with each other, it's complete synergy. There's no misstep. There's no offset. The minute if you put, like, say, a CMLL talent against, say, a New Japan talent that hasn't worked with each other before, you're not getting a bad match. At all. You're not getting a bad match. But you're probably going to ask the question, how long are you going to get, because you don't want it to end? Have you guys mentioned the Royal Rumble? Because all I'm going to say after looking at the results, Royal Rumble winners are all bullshit calls. Roman is 100% bitch.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We talked about it, yeah, we did. It was the same winner that I've said for the past 3 months anyway, so I'm not surprised at all. It has to be a fatal four-way. Io, Julia, Kairi, and Asuka. Io's going to be wrestling Rhea. Julia is going to be wrestling Kiana James Botox injections. And Kairi and Asuka, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. That's the second time this has been brought up. TLC should be booked for the women's tag match. With who? With who? Tell me this. Name me the teams that should be competing in the TLC match then, if this is the point.
Rhea, Io, Lash, Nia.
Kairi and Rhea are going to
be Asuka, Bailey, Lyra.
Bailey? Why do you want to reward her?
Oh, that's what they probably do. 4-way. There you go. There's your TLC match. And why is Tammy saying this, bro?
I mean, to be fair, you do glaze him a lot.
Hot take. The way my husband glazes Shun Skyward needs to be studied. I hope that, because big Shun.
And Catherine, unfortunately, Catherine is spot on. Unfortunately, Catherine is.
Oh yeah, the bellies will probably get added to that.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber, they're taking those titles. The way my husband glazes, yeah, I just think they will. The way my husband glazes Shun Skywalker needs to be studied. I hope Big Boss Shimizu beats him up. Not sorry. I mean, to be fair, I'm just glad nobody's bringing up who I glaze. Otherwise, it's going to be a game over situation. Moderator remove, moderator remove, moderator remove. Roishi, moderator remove. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The way my wife,
we should get Tammy on the show for the Japanese stuff. She seems to know much.
The way my wife glazes most of the stardom talent. I'm joking.
To be fair, we are going to be talking about New Japan very soon, because we need to talk about a few things, especially exits. There's a shitload that doesn't need to be brought up on that one. Yeah. So if Tammy does want to join,
I think they already know that, Tommy. Apparently, she said the Great Okan sucks eggs. Apparently.
We hate the Great Okan on this channel. We hate that. What's up, Xavier? How you doing? We all know you glaze over. Fuck off, Catherine. Catherine, that
and
is.
She said that Shota Umino's not even that bad, to be fair.
Right, Tammy, on stream. on stream. You've been summoned.
She said that Rennerita's awful, though, apparently.
Right, yeah. We'll let her off with that, but Tammy, you've been summoned.
Yeah.
You've been summoned to the weekly Steelchair court. This isn't wrestler court. This is the Steelchair court.
She said that Sanada might be going to Noah.
I did say that.
Because isn't there a surprise for a 6-man tag somewhere, or has that already been revealed?
It's not been revealed yet. It was Naito and Bushi's tag partner.
Yeah, it's probably.
I did say, Josiah, that I do think it is Sanada, but I just want him to have a break.
I've seen that it's not Sanada.
To be fair, I think it'll. I would like.
Chester in the chat. Yes, congratulations to Ciampa for the TNT title, but he's losing it to Cal Fletcher in his first defense.
I don't think he will lose it in his first defense. I think he's going to retain it. I
You're
do.
right.
Yeah, I think he will. It was the right decision to have him beat Mark Briscoe as well. Like that was the right thing to do, and I'm glad they done it.
I like the presentation of Ciampa. That's probably the biggest he's actually been in WWE. The presentation wasn't there for him, was it? Because they didn't give it.
I don't know why you would waste time on Tommaso Ciampa. You know,
he's fucking good, man. I've always digged Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, that's painful, but it's unfortunately true. Just Josiah.
Schultz said he's going to become an IWGP World Champion because nobody will be left.
Honestly, the way they're losing talent left, right, and center.
No, they'll still find a way to put it on no one. It'll just be vacant.
Yeah.
Hiramu's meant to be going out.
He is gone. He's gone.
Hiramu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil's gone.
Evil's gone. Hiromu's gone.
I don't think he will be.
Clark Connors is gone. We're going to be discussing all this tonight. So before anyone thinks, oh, you're just biased to one company, no, we're not. Like, we're going to be discussing the exits in fairness. Xavier, good to see you, mate. What's your perspective on the CM Punk and Roman promo? It's the only time in Roman Reigns' life where he's actually told the truth in a promo.
He actually enjoyed that promo, to be fair. He talked with some meaning for once.
It's almost as if they finally understood what the word hate means. But this is my thing about it. He'll have this one promo where he says something right for the first time in his life, and then next week he'll be back to a load of usual shit. Sorry, next month.
I do agree with Maria there.
Yeah, I was about to say, you think he's going to be back next week?
That tag division for the women.
Where is this really stacked and talented tag division?
It is stacked though. Rhea Io, Asuka Kairi, Lash and Nia, Billy Trent has come back, Lyra Bailey.
Watch them all split though. When it Rhea and Io are going to be a Mania together. That's like don't even bring that up. That's disgusting. But it's not talented. It's not a talented division. Only 3 of them are talented in terms of teams, and one of them's going to be breaking up for Mania anyway. Rhea and Io are going to be against each other at Mania because they love that shit.
Then they're going to bring Sol Ruka and Zarya, I think.
Yeah. Even though I think Zarya should be on her own. Sol Ruka looks like she should be on her own, but she needs to be studied because the amount of botches she's doing right now.
Zarya and Sol Ruka when they get called at that, they might be added to the tag division.
And Lash Legend is terrible. Like Lash Legend is genuinely terrible.
The amount of women she eliminated and the star power of how she eliminated them.
Yeah. I'm going to say it plain and simple. WWE only had one good women's tag team and they let them go.
Casey Catanzaro and freaking what you call it.
Casey Katana and the other chick, yeah. That's the only one. Like, plain and simple. Like, the reality about it is
I do agree with that.
Katana.
I do agree with that. They just put singles women or singles. You could say that about the men's tag team titles as well.
Yeah, I don't think this is Tanahashi's fault, though. To be fair, Abel, I think there's something else there behind the scenes that's making.
You could say that about the men's division. You just put a singles guy with somebody, and then there's your tag team.
Yeah,
you could say that everywhere. Look,
I actually thought that was. I'm going to be honest. I thought that was genius. I will admit I thought that was genius. The Roman Reigns part about Colt Cabana.
He didn't say Colt Cabana, but we knew what you were saying.
It's the way he brought him up is good.
Yeah.
And then Xavier saying facts on the Roman promo, and also objectively, people would love Roman's promo game if he didn't make stupid previous promos.
Chester said that they were going to turn what?
They're doing this heel turn on NXT. Yeah, Zarya's going to turn on her, though, apparently, according to the NXT fans. I don't fucking know. I don't watch NXT.
They're crowning a new champion tonight, though.
What title belt's that? The
NXT.
Also, it's not the Orgy Championship.
No.
All right, because
they're probably going to give it to Ricky Starks, because if they're not going to give it to Ricky Starks, then that's not a star power.
I'm going to look at this. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this fucking show then. I want to see who's in it. I'm having a look.
7-way. It's a 7-way ladder match tonight.
Oh, because Shawn Michaels loves his multi-person sex sessions. The absolute predator. Okay, let's see. So
I don't even know half of these. I only know Joe Hendry, who's a freaking idiot.
Soul
And
Ruka
there's Ricky Starks
versus the Elegance brand. Jesus Christ.
All right, is that on NXT, that?
Yeah, that's on NXT. The Elegance
brand. On NXT. The Elegance brand against who?
Is Sol Ruka and Zarya.
Oh my God, Paul Zarya and Sol Ruka.
And we'll find out who will be potentially the new GM. Just make Shawn Michaels the GM.
William Regal.
Oh.
Please stop glazing for her. She's shit. Come on. And also, why on earth would you ask me what I thought about it? I don't watch Saudi. She's not that good. She does the worst chokeslam I've ever seen. She moves like a fucking hippo. And when she actually tries to kick someone, it's like looking at a donkey. So the match is Ricky Saints versus Shiloh Hill versus Sean Legacy versus Jackson Dre versus Dion Lennox versus Keanu Carver versus Joe Hendry.
I only know two, and probably there's only one winner in that one. Ricky Starks. If you don't have him win, then what's the point?
Oh, it makes it worse, actually. It's a Knockouts tag title match, the Elegance brand versus Sol Ruka and Zarya. Izzy Dame versus Lola Vice versus Fia Hale for the North American title, and Tony D'Angelo explains his actions.
I actually like Tony D.
Well, you like Tony D'Angelo or you like Tony's D? Because be specific.
I like Tony D'Angelo. I think he's good. I think his gimmick's pretty nice. I like him.
Damn, Abu.
We ain't said the trip up yet, Abu.
That's good. That is good.
Lash Legend worldwide.
Black Performative Podcast is telling you to like Lash Legend as she's green as grass. Damn. Is that actually never mind? I'm not going to ask that question. But she is awful. Like, I don't see any redeem. They got rid of the wrong. They got rid of the wrong person.
I don't like calling it. I don't like the phrase "black wrestler" because it's fucking ridiculous how they say it. I don't know how to rephrase the fucking thing, and I'm not sounding racist.
Well, to be fair, you've got white wrestlers, you've got black wrestlers, you've got Asian, you've got Latino. Yeah. It's not actually racist.
They're just wrestlers.
Yeah, but they are exactly that. They're just wrestlers.
I think they just have to.
I'm not very good at that.
That's very true. Trick Williams and Javon Evans, for example.
The best black wrestler in the world is probably Leon Slater.
Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, him or Leon Slater. And then the women probably Bianca or Athena.
Yeah. If you want to talk about wrestlers that WWE shouldn't have got rid of when it comes to women, they kept Lash Legend over her. I'm sorry, but you got rid of Mara Sade to keep Lash Legend.
Who's that?
That's I can't remember her former X Division. Well, she is X Division. I meant her WWE name.
Mara Sade.
That's it. Thank you. The last day that's it.
She was tagging with freaking Lash Legend, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's all right.
She's a lot better than Lash Legend. She can actually work, and she's a good promo.
Not bad.
Like she's actually
from Mexico. No, she's not from New Mexico, USA.
Yeah, she's earned her stripes.
She's all right.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Another goal from Loftus Cheek. Mate, you're killing it. No, it's Rabiel, never mind. You're killing it tonight, mate. Aye, to be fair, I feel harsh with what I said about Jakara Jackson last year. I said she should go work in Hooters. But ever since then, she's proved me right that she's actually good. Whereas Lash Legend sucks ass.
I can't wait for that match with David Finlay, Callum Newman. Hopefully you can prove me right. Hopefully you do. Because I do like you, but then I just, yeah.
Holy shit.
Ain't it, boys? Hopefully he does well in that match.
Oh, fucking hell. This is sad. This is sad news, but it's not wrestling related. It's just life related. Former Inter Milan footballer Nicola Gianni has died aged 39 after a battle with an incurable disease.
Oh, God.
Fucking hell. He was a good footballer as well.
We're losing a lot of people this year, and we're only in the fucking second month. I wish this year would piss off.
We're only 34 days into 2026, and we've already lost more than 50 people.
Yeah.
Paige should be the new NXT GM. Why go backwards and go with Steven Regal? He's the new Pat Patterson for Triple H. Why Paige? He's a former footballer, Fernando.
I don't like the term GM because I don't like having GMs though. I don't even like Adam Pearce and what's his called? Nick Aldis on Raw and SmackDown. I think they're not exactly GMs though, are they? They're just on-screen GMs.
They're part of the creative team. The GMs
it's technically Triple H and his team saying, "Oh, Nick Aldis, you're doing this. Adam Pearce, you're doing this."
Well, it is their creative team. Like, obviously, you've got Triple Beak in charge of everything, but like they do have
when Eric Bischoff and Stephanie McMahon was GMs of Raw and SmackDown back in the day. There wasn't GMs, was there?
They were writing the team, the actual stuff though. Like Paul Heyman and Stephanie McMahon was writing SmackDown, and on Raw it was Bischoff and Brian Gewirtz, and Vince was the overseer.
Yeah.
So they actually were writing their own stuff in that period.
I preferred SmackDown than Raw back in.
You might as well have had Triple H writing back then.
No, he was. Fair point. What's up, Tina? Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely horrific. They've just said incurable disease. I don't know what the fuck that could mean, but that could be like MS.
The ruler. What's your opinion on Obafemi?
I think he's green as fuck, but people seem to like him. Although when you walk in, I suppose if you really want to make sure you're getting the party on.
I like his entrance. He's got some aura in his entrance.
Oh, please don't.
As they say. I love that word. Do you?
No, I don't, because people always use it wrong, and it annoys me. Bloody buzzwords. But I think I've said it before.
I like him.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He has potential, but I just don't think he'll be used the way that people want him to be used in WWE. If you want him to be a laughingstock, he'll be a laughingstock. If you want him to be a serious world champion, I'm sorry, but I don't see it. He's not as talented as Omos. Plain and simple.
Omos is talented, though.
That's what I'm saying. Omos is talented. Obafemi's not.
Obafemi is talented. Just not as talented as Omos.
Omos is talented if he's not working WWE. If he's working Japan, he's talented as hell, Omos. But if he's working in WWE with the American style, he's fucking garbage, in my opinion.
He was so good over there, and then they recalled him for getting over.
Yeah, and he's in fucking Mexico now doing whatever he's doing over there. I prefer Omos in Japan, mate. I think he was a fucking beast.
I've said it before, and I know people aren't going to like this, but Omos does a better last ride powerbomb than The Undertaker.
Yeah, I can't believe you said that. I like my feelings.
And I like the last ride, but I stand by it. Omos.
Yeah, because he's taller, isn't he? So he gets more fucking what you call it on it. Well, I get your opinion, but obviously his Undertaker's my second goal, and
but it's not a knock on Taker's last ride though. It's just the way that because of Omos's height, it looks far more dangerous. That's what I like about it. It's so damn good.
So you would say the same if Great Khali, if he did the last ride, would you say the same?
No, because somebody would probably die.
Because he's tall, isn't he?
No, he's just shit.
Yeah.
Like if he done a last ride powerbomb, somebody's getting paralyzed or dead.
I like what Omos is doing with Vikingo. I think that's okay-ish. I like Omos because if you're doing something with Omos, like somebody's like Heater, like they did in Noah, like Jake Morris and Omos, as Jake Morris is freaking bodyguard type of thing, that's good.
Yeah.
If you use Omos like that, it's perfectly fine.
To be fair, even in a match, he is still good.
I'm going to be a bit weird here. I like Omos with AJ Styles.
It was alright. They just ran its course too long.
I like that. That's why you need... it reminded me of... I'm not going to get hate for this, but Omos and AJ Styles reminded me of Prince Devitt and Bad Luck Fale. What even is the card for NXT? Because I've not watched NXT for like years and years and years.
I told you like 10 minutes ago. I told you 10 minutes ago.
I wasn't taking that freaking notice.
You deaf bastard.
New NXT Championship. Yeah, obviously, 7-way ladder match.
Tina, this one's for you.
Ricky Saint should win that, really. This freaking Dark State.
I say Paige because she has GM experience on TV, and we've not seen her TV since leaving AEW. That's because she's too busy getting freaky on her podcasts.
Just don't put her on Raw. Xavier Woods might get some fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't get rated R like your boy, Xavier Woods.
To be fair, I did thought that she was going to show up at the Royal Rumble.
Freaking Blake Monroe versus Jada Parker. Yeah.
She is not talented, and I don't know what they see in freaking Nikita Lyons, by the way.
I know, she's just like shakes her ass on social media. That's all she does, really. Not for me.
But in
Blake Monroe against Jada Parker. I don't even like Blake Monroe.
This breaks my heart. I'm sorry, Tina. Like, honestly, that breaks my heart. I'm so sorry to hear that. I really am. For context, because if anyone wants to know for context, the comment I just brought up from Tina, if she's happy for me to bring this up. If she's happy for me to, I'll translate it. But it's not very nice. I'll wait and see if she responds back to me first on the Twitch chat.
Bring Hornswoggle back and so Omos can throw him around. I'm sure. Aren't they doing this freaking micro man with freaking Omos?
Yeah, they are, and it's ridiculous. It's not funny. It's not cool. It's not good. It's
get
just
the viral freaking likes up and the whatever they like. Don't forget WWE like moments, don't they? So
it's basically NWA TNA weekly pay-per-view days when fucking they were bringing out the midgets with the guns and getting caught masturbating in bins behind Goldilocks. Yeah, unfortunately, I remember that. Really horrible.
I've told my talent not to put 2K26 shit up here. What are they doing? Oh, fucking hell. It's not even out yet, you idiots.
Bring Hornswoggle back so Omos can throw him around in Triple H.
Do you remember that what was that freaking match type years ago with Hornswoggle and what was it called? With Fernando and Diago. What was that guy called?
A WLC.
Yeah, a WLC. What the hell was that? They should do it with Microman. Should do it with Microman, another mini guy. What's that Masquerada? What's that really mini guy, Lucha Underground called? Is he still around? That mini dude. Scarada. What's he called, that little mini dude? Microman and something else. He was in Lucha Underground years ago. I forgot what he's called now.
Omos is trash. Saying Omos is better than Obafemi is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Name 3 things Omos does better than Obafemi. I don't think you guys can. Wrestle, promos, have a presence with a character, and actually get the crowd interested. There's 4. And he actually knows what he's doing. Obafemi, honestly, nah. Saying it's most ridiculous? Really? I watched parts of Lockdown 06 yesterday. See if you just watch on the TNA channel on Flex. It's a good laugh. Because you never know what's going to appear. Omos is definitely better than Obafemi. If you want a prime example, I'll give you some matches. Two seconds. I'm communicating with.
Did you say that we're going to talk about some New Japan today, or are we saving that for just for you guys stuff? Or is it today?
No, we're still gonna talk
today.
We're still gonna talk the New Japan stuff. Yeah. I'm just talking to Tina first because she's. All right. Okay. So she's gave me the consent to do that. All right. Okay. What am I looking? One second. I'm looking for something very particular. What am I looking for? Yeah, I need this. 2 seconds, folks.
Tommy said the Athena versus Saraya match is not Saraya. Well, I can't pronounce her name, but you know what I mean.
Syuri.
Yeah, is announced for the first New Japan USA comeback, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we brought that
pretty much to come back to the United States.
Yeah, when she brought in the chat earlier on, we brought that up. I really like it.
Athena winning.
I don't do drugs, mate.
We're still waiting for you to appear in Weekly Steelchair Court, by the way, Tam.
Exactly, and I don't do drugs. Plain and simple, and I don't smoke. But Obafemi is miles better than Omos at one thing. He's better than Omos at one thing. He's better at bouncing. That's it.
Aura farming.
He couldn't farm aura if you actually gave him a tractor beam. It's like watching the Emperor get spun around by a fucking Ewok. There's one for you. Anyway,
I like them both. I like Obafemi and Omos. It just depends on how you book them. Omos is really good. Omos is trash in the United States. He's not trash in Mexico or even in Japan. Omos is rules in Japan. Watch his matches with his tag matches with Jack Morris and stuff like that. You'll like him.
Yeah. I would have Omos powerbomb like Obafemi at least 15 times in a match just to shut him up. Anyway, this is important. So, 1 second. This is really important. So, in the Twitch chat, obviously, I've been going back and forth with Tina. Obviously, I talk with Tina about certain things. Obviously, her health is deteriorating, which is not nice. She's going through chemotherapy because she sadly has cancer. And she's put in the chat tonight, and it's really upsetting. She's been told she has 6 months to a year to live. So, Tina, we are with you. We are thinking about you, and we are very sorry to hear that. Really sorry.
Absolutely.
You behave. But no, like I say, it's upsetting news, but I did ask first if she's okay for me to post that. Tina doesn't watch on YouTube, she watches it on Twitch, which I'm grateful for as well. She keeps my Twitch going. But I am very sorry to hear that, Tina. I'm really sorry. So can we just put some like prayer emojis in the chat for Tina, please? I'd really appreciate it. Omos and Oba both suck you, Catherine, behave. We know that you are the expert at this, Catherine, because Hangman Page is your specialty. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Nice one, folks. Thank you. I can't. Obviously, it's not StreamYard, so I can't. Like, you won't see comments on screen, which is really shit. I can only bring them up. So, cheers, Catherine, Josiah as well, Temple. Cheers. Chester, and obviously James. Thanks, folks. Really do appreciate that. But hey, people that want to scam money off you, like off your chats for your opinions, we don't. We just give you what you need to hear. We give you the truth. Told you. Good things come to those who deserve it, and you deserve good things, and you deserve good words. But fight. You never know. Even in Swedish.
Oh, here we go.
According to Temple, by the way, he's half Swedish, but then he corrected himself by saying, "No, I'm just married to a Swedish woman."
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is
I can understand that, but
no, that was generally the funniest thing. Never nice to hear things like this. So yeah, just take it easy and try and make the most of it. Very good words, Josiah. Very good words. When he's not bullying people in monologue about predictions, he does speak admirably. Our Josiah. So we'll let him have this one brief moment. Okay. First of all, Tammy, you're still summoned to Steelchair Court. And 2, we are going to talk some New Japan, but we're going to talk about the exits first, not the actual New Japan shows. Catherine.
She can make spicy meatballs. Swedish ones, yeah.
Does she carve yours off and then just colour them in Swedish flag?
Probably.
Maybe tomorrow morning, like have like a very useful thing. The only good thing from Sweden, the band Europe.
She's actually seen them. Why? Are you jealous now? Are you jealous, aren't you? Actually, there's two good things about Sweden. I'll have to be in the good books. There's only two good things about Sweden.
Yeah.
The band and her. There you go. 1-0.
To be fair, some good footballers from Sweden. And to be fair, the weather in Sweden's nice. It's a nice country. And at least unlike the UK, Sweden actually knows how to run things properly. And the US. Don't forget the US. That's another shithole.
Yeah, there's three good players for Sweden. The one that plays for Arsenal, one plays for Liverpool, and then the one that plays for us. They've actually got a decent side, Sweden, but they didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Anyone that plays for Sweden.
To be fair, they used to have a lot better players like Mellberg, Lundberg, Zlatan, Larsson.
But Tommy says Zlatan's not really Swedish.
What's she gonna say now that he's Dutch?
No, he's actually not Swedish.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, for the record, I understand her before anyone asks. I'm just saying you're welcome for the sake of it. No, I understand her. You loved Europe back in the day. What happened? You disappeared. To be fair, Niels Lidholm was another good Swedish one. Nicola Lidstrom. Yeah. But when you say good thing, Catherine, are you meaning the player or are you looking? Because we know you, Catherine.
Tammy said she had a crush on Larsson years ago.
Probably the dreadlocks.
Probably, yeah.
Not the bald head, the dreadlocks. He was a good player, Bandy, even though he played for the bullshit elsewhere. We get you, Tina. Don't worry. We get you. You're always welcome in these streams, so don't ever think any other way. I'm going to send you a message on Facebook if you can send it to Tina. Yeah, sure.
Shall we get into the New Japan news about exits?
Yeah, we certainly can because... Hold on, let me send this first and then I'll... Oh, that's a nice touch, Catherine. That's a nice touch. Right, 2 seconds. I'm just sending something to Tina on Twitch. Oh, get to fuck it, ASMR knobheads. That shit's everywhere. I don't want that on my fucking feed. Alright, so Tina, this is from Dan. This is for you. There you go. Alright. Okay. Moving on. So these exits, well, we're gonna start with the big one first. It only makes sense that you start with the big one. So, Evil. I think we can all safely assume that we know where he is going to end up. I'm still standing by it that I don't like Evil going to the States. But in honesty, wherever he goes, I'm hoping he maintains some of his character. I hope he doesn't change too much. But in terms of an exit, it's a major loss in the main event scene for New Japan. It's going to be very hard to replace him. People that generally think Evil sucks concern me when it comes to wrestling. Like they really do concern me because Evil doesn't suck. But this is a major loss for New Japan, and I fear when it comes to the main event scene, how you replace not only his working style but his character work. I don't see anybody in that promotion that can do it. I really don't. But Josiah, we'll go with you first. What's your thoughts on the Evil exit first?
Disappointing, I think, because there aren't many main event heels in Japan at the time, and this is one that could float around many different divisions. So he could easily have been a contender for the heavyweight title, global title, or as we saw, the never openweight title. So it's a big loss, and it's going to be very difficult to see how New Japan replace that void.
No, Catherine. No. Absolutely not, Catherine. Put evil with black and call them Black Evil. I wouldn't mind that as a character. But, Catherine, to say that Shota is better than Evil. Good God Almighty.
Well, why would you even say that, Fabian?
Pure...
No, Tammy. Absolutely no.
Alright, now we're intrigued. What's she saying?
For God's sake.
Is she telling you you're dead this evening?
No, she said that Evil's handsome and he can put her in the what's that submission hold?
The Dark Scorpion.
Yeah, idiot.
In other words, Tammy wants to get sharpshooter by Evil.
Yeah, apparently.
I think divorce will be filed in the morning. I am worried for Evil's next step in his career. Very worried. Yep. And before anyone says, "Oh, I'm being unfair," I said the same thing. I don't think Evil works in AEW. Before anyone tries anything, I've said the same, and I said the same thing about David Finlay if he ends up leaving. So don't try to think I'm being biased because it's a potential WWE joinee. I said the same thing, and I'm not changing my opinion on it. Temple, your thoughts on Evil's exit?
I think he only works in Japan. I think he only, like you said, he only fits Japan. I don't think he fits American style.
Yeah. This came back as False Chester, the new trademark.
Yeah, he's not called Good or whatever you want to fucking call him.
Sinister is not Sinister.
That was people taking the piss out of WWE and they actually bought it. It was just funny. But Catherine's comment there about I agree Evil will not work in WWE. If I said this before, if this had been the Attitude Era, if Evil had been around in the Attitude Era, it would have worked. Like, it would have made a lot more sense, but it doesn't work in this period, like, because there's just no believability in that type of character in the States anymore. Like, that period is dead. Even like in, I just don't see it. You know, I'm a big fan of Evil's the only professional wrestler in the last decade that I've said was I liked, then he pissed me off, and then I stopped liking him, and then he actually turned it around for me. No other wrestler in the last 10 years has done it. That's how rare it is to change my mind on someone. He's the only person in the last 10 years. Tammy in the chat saying Evil is a handsome man. Sorry, Temple. Everything is Evil every day and twice on Sunday. I like him a lot.
Fair enough.
I'm going to assume that's Carlos Silva. He's promoting NXT on his Twitter. If he is, then we just know that he's a shill. Let's go Twitter hunting.
Cockles. What?
Because we call him Cucklos. Yeah, that's going to finish 3-0 Milan. I'll take that. I will take that.
No,
yeah,
let's that word on there, bro. We're not saying that word on there, Timmy. Not this week.
No, but you've already said you like it too much times already. Like we're having a chill from that. Oh, this is okay. So I went into Twitter. Sting's son Steve Borden is using Turbocharged as his theme song. Sting's old WCW entrance theme song.
Turbocharge. Whose?
Sting's old theme song. His son's now using it.
Do you know what they'll do with Evil? Probably they'll end up doing this, won't they? Put him in Judgment Day or something.
They'll rename him. They'll if they get Evil in, they'll rename him and call him they'll call him Wata, and then that'll be the end of it. It'll be like a hyphenated version of his actual name.
And then he'll feud with Damian Priest for 2 years.
And also, Josiah, you're spot on about your tweet about Punk having to carry that promo on his own if that's what happens. You are completely factual. Yeah, they won't have any plans for him, it's true. It's really bad.
Yeah, they're probably sticking with freaking the Judgment Day Voltex or something.
Yeah, probably.
Or like Josiah said, fucking a feud with freaking Priest or something. Because that's what's going to happen to Powerhouse, because he did eliminate Priest. Did he eliminate Priest from Rumble? Hobbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do with Hobbs then. Priest and Hobbs for another 6 months.
I'm just going to wind up Inter Milan fans in a second. Hold on. They will call him Funaki version 2. Fucking hell, Abu.
Tai. Him and Shinsuke Nakamura, the new Tai. They end up probably pairing with Nakamura because he's fucking Japanese.
The Judgment Day is ending anyway, despite what's been going on lately. I'll believe that when I see it. I really will.
Never.
I think it should have ended when Dom won the Intercontinental title last year, but that's just me.
It should have ended 5 years ago. It went on long enough.
Yeah, but people do moan about freaking factions ending. I mean, factions being split up and all that stuff. You don't really get factions lasting this long, do you, in this generation?
Not really, no. Apart from the NFTs.
What if Evils joins the MFTs?
That'd be funny.
What if Evil joins the MFTs? Huh?
That'd be funny.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The Hiromu news is he's probably going to go nowhere where he was before. Clark Connors is obviously going AEW because Tekla is there.
Yeah.
And then Clark Connors will fight Hangman Page for the gimmick.
Mm.
Who's the real cowboy? I'm stupid.
Anyone that Catherine chooses on, I suppose. To be fair, here's some pain, gents. That's a reality, but here's one way to sum it up.
The only tag team faction I was disappointed was just saying, yeah.
Lol. There's a way to sum it up, lads, in full. That's how you.
Naito gone, Bushi gone, Evil gone, Hiromu gone. Sanada's he's not taking time off.
He is taking time off officially. Like, he is still under contract. He hasn't actually left yet.
Yeah, but Naito's not gone from Japan. He's still there. Bushi's in Japan. Evil's not going.
No, they're gone because they're not in New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the key point there, like, the ungovernable in New Japan. Like, they're gone. Like, plain and simple. You won't see them in New Japan again. Like, it's over.
Yeah, people say that New Japan's dead though, but it's not. He said that about the other freaking people that left, like Okada and that. And then before even Okada and Tanahashi were big, they said that about freaking Great Muta and the original Three Musketeers. That's how you make stars, ladies and gents.
Mm.
But New Japan is totally fine, perfectly fine. If they do what they did years ago with when they introduced Nakamura, Okada and Shibata and all that lot. When the old guard left. And then there's a new guard now in this generation. When people think Japan's dead, they just say that just to get clicks and views.
There is good young talent. It's just about how you get there. Right? That's the difference. Like, who you actually push. There is some good talent there.
You got Yuya, you've got Owa, you got Yota Tsuji. Even if you don't like them, they've got Ren and Shelter. Even if you don't fucking like them, they've got the new guy,
Aaron Wolf.
They've got Bolton Oleg. He's good. You've got Driller Maloney. He's coming to his own.
Yeah, he's truly special.
You've got Francesca Akira, the new ace of the junior division. You've got Fujita, he's a junior.
Anthony Bowens, that's one hell of a way to go about things.
And then you've got, who else you've got in New Japan now that are going to be good? You've got even, I'd even say Dolki as well.
Nah, it's over and they've ruined him.
The problem with a lot of wrestling promotions don't want to push young talent. Well, some of them actually are getting pushed. It's small, little.
It's forcing the conversation. They don't do a lot. Anthony Bowens, however, that's got to be one of the either that's got to be a deliberate tweet or that's cryptic. They looking scared. No, they really don't want none. He's pure quoting AJ.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho's Benfica is the only team in Europe that's still unbeaten in the league. 20 out of 20. That is true, to be fair. But not the only team left unbeaten in Europe, technically, on an unbeaten run. Here's a bit of a laugh, folks, for everybody before we get back to what we need to do. Jason Momoa reveals what his WWE in-ring name would be. Jason Momoa says, I'm going to go with the Dirtbag. Jason the Dirtbag Momoa. I've already said this before. I've actually brought this up before. Michael Hayes doesn't know what he's talking about for what he said about Chelsea Green. I'm sorry, but Charlotte saying that Chelsea Green doesn't belong in the Charlotte Flair or Tiffany Stratton role. Tiffany Stratton is not a better wrestler than Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green is better than 99% of the talent they have in WWE. That's a woman.
No, I like Chelsea Green. She's awesome, man. There's no, in my opinion, Chelsea Green's got the best character in WWE when it comes to the women by far.
Yeah, it's only topped by one person. She's only topped by Toni Storm when it comes to women's characters in terms of America. But that's just a fact of life.
Yeah, no, in regards to Jason Momoa, ideally stick to your day job as Lobo, Aquaman, and being a Man United fan.
Yeah, quite literally, yeah. Although there's one, Lex Luger too. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not living in that era anymore, though, are we, Michael Hayes? We're living in the new era. As they say, like, we're not in the 90s anymore. We're in the
even in the 90s. He brought
the new era now.
Yeah, don't forget it's a new era, guys. Just want to tell you for the 60th time.
I've been saying this for the last 2 years. They just don't want to do it for me.
I pray to God that Money in the Bank is at WrestleMania, not a pay-per-view.
It's the bold fraud era.
Yeah, quite.
Who should win Money in the Bank? I don't have a clue. Probably Chelsea Green. Should be good at it, I think.
Did he actually say this?
Money in the green, because money's green. There you go. That'd be good. That.
To be fair, she'll probably have a briefcase with like a green covered briefcase with like her own version of the Chelsea Football Club badge on it, because she does that.
Yeah, she supports Chelsea, doesn't she?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she used to live in Devon.
Yeah, no.
So she.
Yeah, that'd be a good thingy if they could do it. Like, if Chelsea Green becomes Money in the Bank, money is technically green, in it. So there you go. There's your freaking.
Yeah. I don't like the notion. I think she's lying to herself when she says that she just wants to be the comedic. I'll put talent over. No, she knows that she can easily win a world title there, and still put people over. She can have a laugh and all that stuff, but she's good enough to be a world champion. Laura Van Ness, literally her old TNA days. This woman is phenomenal. But I found something, I think, then we're going to get back to New Japan stuff. I found something quite funny. But to be fair, he does actually have a point, and it's kind of what I said last week. CM Punk says, and I quote, what the fuck is this? What has Dan said? Part 2, what? Oh, that's Dan's review of the Rumble. Fuck. Okay, I will bring that up in a minute. Don't worry. Anyway, I can imagine custom briefcases, same security, keeping it safe. Yeah. So CM Punk says he doesn't differentiate a night 1 WrestleMania main event from night 2. I don't differentiate between the 2 nights. I still find that's just a way for people who are sad about their own lives to try to diminish something. I mean, Rock did a night 1, Stone Cold did a night 1. Who am I to say it's not a main event? That's just silly semantics to try to hate on somebody that you don't like for whatever reason.
Mm.
But here's the thing. They list it specifically as night 1, night 2. If you're going to say that, take it up with your bosses. You know?
Yeah.
So, before we bring the New Japan stuff, let's listen to Dan's reviews on the Rumble. So we'll start with the overall vibe.
Saying that this, just bearing in mind, this is obviously that was the initial reviews when say like we just
a recent mirror in 1, by the way. I don't know if you've seen the full time scores.
Yeah, they scored a couple more goals.
I like the outline of it all. Is that AI that you've done it in? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I use ChatGPT to like help me out with like me organisation.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent actually. I like that.
So let's go through it one by one in terms of like the this provided evidence. So he says overall vibe. I'm alright with that. Good title for a chapter. This year's Royal Rumble delivered a real mixed bag of good and bad moments with a few shell-shocked emotional beats thrown in for good measure. There were flashes of nostalgia, a couple of performance fans genuinely loved, and maybe 1 or 2 bits of drama that caught people off guard, but for the most part, it all felt very safe.
Because Triple H likes to call it safe every fucking pay-per-view.
Honestly, here's the right thing to do. Triple H is basically just, when it comes to wrestling booking, Triple H is just a condom. The show clearly set the stage for WrestleMania 42 in a way. Tammy, sort him out. The show clearly set the stage for WrestleMania 42 in a way that near enough everyone saw coming. While it wasn't bad by any means, the overall feeling leaned toward average, weighed down by booking choices and outcomes that felt predictable rather than exciting. That's very fair. That's very fair. Women's Rumble Part 1. Yes, Liv Morgan winning was framed as the big, satisfying long-term payoff. The story was there. Years of coming close, never quite getting over the line, and finally earning that WrestleMania title opportunity. That's a genuine fact. But at the same time, she felt like the safe option from the moment the match was announced. It made sense, maybe too much sense. There was plenty going on in the ring, and you did get those nostalgic beats, especially with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair teasing that familiar rivalry again. We would all kill ourselves. That's my added part. Those moments got attention, but they also felt like comfortable ground WWE always knows it can fall back on. Throughout the match, there were stretches where things just felt messy, moments that looked like botched jobs, awkward exchanges, and sequences that really didn't need to be there instead of building momentum.
Do you see the half of the crowd being empty as well?
Yeah, that's typical Saudi. Parts of it dragged and felt unnecessarily clattered. Part 2. In terms of surprises, there weren't really much to talk about. Not loads of big shots. Realistically, there was only one. Bitch-ass Bella. That's my words. And yes, for the live crowd, that got a pop. For some fans, that was a cool moment. But for me, that excitement lasted all about 2 seconds before reality kicked in. Nikki Bella.
You know what the Saudi people actually pop for? Old timers. Did you not caught on?
No, they just pop for other
When
things.
like Brock came out, massive pop. Randy, massive pop. Brie Bella and Nikki, massive pop. All the old people got freaking big pops.
It's because they're a pension state. Anyway, back to Dan's review. For some fans, that was a cool moment. For me, that excitement lasted about 2 seconds. Blah blah blah. So Brie showing up this year felt like a less genuine surprise and more like WWE ticking the other half of the Bella Twins box. If that was going to be the one standout return, it felt like there were far better options they could have gone with. Overall, on the Women's Rumble, I like this. I like this part here. While it definitely had its moments, it came across as underwhelming, overly safe, and far too predictable for a match that's supposed to feel chaotic, shocking, and exciting. That is spot on. Now for the career on the line part. Oh boy.
Bollocks.
Oh boy. He's went to
It
depth
was a
on
joke.
this one. Yep, and he's went to depth on it. So let's go for it. So this is Dan on AJ versus Gunta. Part 1. This was easily one of the most emotional matches on the card. AJ Styles puts his career on line against Gunta, who's very clearly being positioned as a new career killer. The man who ends eras and moves on without looking back. When Gunta won, absolutely shocked the arena into silence. That realization hit the crowd all at once. That's it. AJ Styles is done. Credit where it's due. Both men put on a very good match. It was back and forth, hard hitting, and told the exact story they needed to tell inside the ropes. But ultimately, and maybe a bit too obviously, it was not always going to be Gunta getting put over here. Not just winning, but winning decisively and standing tall as the man who ended AJ Styles' career in WWE. After the match, the chants of "Thank you, AJ" rang around the stadium, acknowledging everything he's done across companies like WWE and TNA. It was a genuinely emotional moment. That said, the way it ended raises questions. He didn't hang up his gloves. In fact, he briefly took one glove off and then put it back on. For me, that doesn't scream retirement. That screams WWE chapter closed. It would not surprise me all to see AJ Styles, which we've all said. Yeah, but I was the first to say it. But I'm proud of it. It would not surprise me at all to see AJ Styles pop up in TNA or even AEW in the coming weeks. Physically, he still looks in incredible shape. He doesn't look like someone who's finished, which I said at the start of the show, which makes me feel like this end of the in-ring career and more like the end of his WWE in-ring career, possibly tied to contract situations behind the scenes. Part 2. So while it was a good match and a strong emotional segment, the result still felt predictable. It served its purpose, pushing Gunta towards as this ruthless career-ending force. If this truly is the last time we see AJ Styles wrestle anywhere, there's nothing but respect. Thanks and best wishes to him. But honestly, I don't think we've seen the last of him in a wrestling ring just yet. Thank you, AJ. Not bad.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
And that's me saying thank you, AJ, for being in WWE from that moment when he first came in back in 2016. That moment when you saw Roman Reigns in the ring, and next thing you know, his music comes in, and the crowd just pops for him.
Yeah, I agree. It was the only time I've seen a Rumble actually have a good debut. Only time.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. I'm surprised that they didn't do the match Styles and Roman at some point.
To be fair, I know back then I said it. Fernando was with the aggressive statements tonight. AJ Styles is retired. Get over it and move on. What is it with the aggressive sentiments tonight? What is up with you today?
I think Fernando just wants me to turn heel on him tonight.
But to be fair, I'll be surprised if he is.
Did you feel the same way when John Cena retired Fernando?
No, he probably didn't. I'd hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm sorry to say this for you, Josiah, but I'm pretty sure Arsenal scored.
Yeah, I know they scored. Someone just told me.
Yeah, I've just had the fuck's sake in my group chat from my Spurs pal. In ring, this is Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Yeah, not really.
Sami Zayn got absolutely murdered in that match. Murdered.
Well, this is Dan's opinion, and this is his review on it. So let's go for this. Yeah, Kai Havertz. Arsenal won't win the final anyway. It's okay. Anyway,
you're gonna win this cup.
Yeah,
What is it? FA Cup?
No, League Cup. Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the WWE title. In ring, this was a terrific match. Proper back and forth. Both men throwing everything they had at each other. And honestly, there's very little you can criticize about the performance itself. They worked hard. The crowd stayed with it and felt like a genuine main event level contest. And I love this. The fact that he praises it, he goes straight to this. The only real issue, the result felt far too predictable. You had people hoping Sami Zayn might finally have his moment and walk away as champion. But realistically, Drew McIntyre had only been champion for around a month. Was WWE really going to take the title off him this soon? I don't think so. Not a chance. He is Sami Ziggler. The way things are going,
for
he
the
absolutely
cells.
would be. the way things are going, he is definitely Sami Ziggler. Sami Zayn is Sami Ziggler.
Yeah, the cells. Yeah.
Yeah, you had people hoping. Yeah, I've said that one. Sorry, which is why, in a strange way,
Yeah, but
this match
Ziggler's the
ends up-
best seller in the business, all right?
Yeah, he is.
By far. Ziggler's
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. Which is why, in a strange way, this match ends up feeling like the wrong place for Sami to be, because this felt like the type of situation where he'd have been better served winning the Royal Rumble instead. Something I'll get into more when talking about the men's match. As it stands, Drew retains and sets him on a path towards WrestleMania, where he's likely faced someone like Roman Reigns, which obviously he's now picked Donkey Boy. He's picked CM Punk, unless something changed before then. Sami gave absolutely everything, but this was one match he was never really positioned to win. Overall, a really good match from a performance standpoint, let alone let down by a slightly result everyone saw coming, and rightly so.
I think at the beginning of it did look like it was back and forth, but ultimately Drew just literally at the end Drew just took over, and then.
Did you not think that McIntyre murdered Sami Zayn though?
Yeah,
he did towards the end.
He
a waste
murdered
of everybody's time.
I would know. I didn't watch. I had better things
It was
to
a
do.
waste of everyone's time, I promise you.
Right, so I don't know what to call you. I'm going to call you Firestar or something.
He's called Dan.
Okay, Dan. Do you think Sami Zayn got murdered in that match?
Towards the end, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still breathing, so
Yeah.
unfortunately. Men's Rumble Part 1. From a star point of view, this one was stacked. You had the likes of Chody, Roman, and Yeetman, and others carrying the bulk of the match.
I hope you mentioned freaking G Uso's entrance within the Royal Rumble in this.
Well, I'm going to tell you his review, and then you can get there. Logan Paul was there in too, but not someone I personally put in the same top star bracket. There were strong, dominant moments, especially where like Obafemi might absolutely run through the field and start launching people out one by one. Josiah would love that. He didn't fully go on that tear, but he still put in a good showing and left an impression. As a whole, nearly everyone here performed better than what we saw in the Women's Rumble. The in-ring flow was stronger, and the sequences made more sense, but at times the entrances felt dragged out, which hurt the pacing. When it came to surprises, there weren't really any proper jaw-dropping shock entries. The returns and debuts we did get were decent on paper, but felt like the world's worst-kept secrets, which is exactly what Billy said earlier in the show, if you think about it in the chat. Maybe they landed better inside the stadium, but watching from home, they didn't carry the shock value they should have. And then there's the bit that didn't sit right at all. Here you go. The absence of Finn Balor and Sheamus. Two names that absolutely belong in a Rumble of this size and importance. Both could easily have slotted in and elevated it. Instead, spots went elsewhere.
Well, Sheamus is injured, so he's not going to be in it.
Yeah, but I think he's basically saying an absence of the name in general. But anyway, I continue. Instead, spots went elsewhere to characters and entries that frankly could have been sat aside without hurting the match at all. The choice felt unnecessary, and for me, it was genuinely frustrating to watch knowing they were missing whilst others were given those moments. In the end, you got the winner everyone expected, Blubberman. So, overall, while the men's rumble was a slight improvement in the women, in terms of in-ring quality, it still left the same feeling behind. A little less underwhelming, yes, but still very much safe. Very familiar and very predictable in where it was heading. Overall, good moments, but another case of this could have been better, especially with glaring omissions that should never have happened. And there's some three final bits to go through. What stood out across the card? The positives of motion. Match like AJ Styles versus Gunther and Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn showed just how good the wrestling itself was on the night. Proper back and forth contest where everyone gave everything. There were genuine emotional beats, especially around AJ's career and the moment, the crowd reaction that followed. Both Rumble matches had flashes of nostalgia, star power, and sequences that reminded you why it is the event is usually one of the most exciting. The negative is absolutely predictability. The biggest issue wasn't performance, it was booking. Too many outcomes felt obvious before they even happened. Instead of shocking moments and chaos that defined Royal Rumble, a lot of it followed a very safe, very familiar path that echoed the same predictable patterns throughout the night. That's very good. That's very good. What stood out? The positives, quality, and emotion.
I've got a question for Dan after.
When we get to that, absolutely. I think you've done the same. Yeah, it's basically the same. What stood out, quality, and emotion. It's basically the same thing. That's okay. So, final thoughts. We'll go to the final thoughts. The Rumble 2026 had his moments and did what it needed to do in terms of kicking off the road to WrestleMania. You still got flashes of what people will love about wrestling, strong in-ring performances, emotional beats, nostalgia, and star presence. But at the same time, it highlighted a bigger issue. WWE didn't feel willing to step outside the comfort zone or take any real risks with the booking. That's a fantastic point. Instead, the night felt often like it was, paying off previous pushes in the safest way possible, rather than creating new, shocking moments that make a Royal Rumble special. My rating out of 10. Anyone want to guess what Abel put? And don't say you've read the post. Like, what do you think? Just Dan's gave his rating for the Rumble.
About a 7.
Okay, Josiah.
4.
All right. Anyone in the chat? I'm not going to spoil Dan's rating. I'm going to let Dan reveal itself after everyone gives some predictions.
I'd say a 7 out of 10, he said, but I think it's about, 6.5 out of 10. Because I didn't agree with one thing within both of the Rumbles, and I've got a question for Dan after you've said everything.
Well, you actually did reveal his rating. It is he did give it 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah. No, same as me. So you've the same rating I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So over to this one then. Go on then. I'll even put you on the top floor. Hold on. You cameraless nuggets.
Right, Dan. Got a question for you. Within the 2 Royal Rumbles, do you think the entrances when people came in didn't have enough time to breathe in and get their stuff in, and then another entrant came in at really, really fast, so the other people who was in the ring didn't get their stuff in? It was just entrant after entrant after entrant.
Yeah,
and I don't agree with these Royal Rumbles with a big ass ramp.
He did note that. To be fair, he does note that.
It's the one thing I have noted. I think that's the problem when you go to places like Saudi, and it's not just you're putting on a shit. It's not just putting on any like normal event what they normally do in the US. You're literally putting on a big event. You've created they created a stage and a ramp what is ideally fit for a WrestleMania.
Yeah,
literally their stage was a WrestleMania stage. That is something you'd expect. This is something that stage is something you would expect at next year's WrestleMania, not at the Royal Rumble. So that whole stage and ramp should not have been created. They should have been doing something.
Because people were coming out, and then people wasn't getting the stuff in, and then the next entrant were coming in. I was like, "What the fuck was I watching?"
Yeah, you just didn't have the time to breathe. You just didn't have the time to breathe. And then
that's why the Royal Rumble that John Cena won, I think it was 2008, guys? Yeah, 2008 when John Cena won. That day when he came back from injury, and it was I don't know if it was that.
Jesus wept. Josiah, why did you send that to me?
Just because it's there.
That is that man needs to be taken off his social media.
Right, so 2008 with John Cena's Royal Rumble win. I like that stage because it was small. People were coming in and they could get the breathing. They could get the stuff in.
That's the other side of Madison Square Garden. Like if you they've got 2 entrances for Madison Square Garden. That's the east side.
Yeah, I like that. Really. I like the setup of that because people could get the stuff in.
It's the same. It's the same setup for SummerSlam '98.
Yeah, I like that setup. That's what the Royal Rumble should be, like that setup, so you don't have to fucking run down a fucking long ass ramp.
It's the same setup.
Because I'm sure the one last year you had to do a turn. There was a ramp and then there was a turn, wasn't there? And then you had to run and then fucking turn and then like get your stuff in. Yeah, last year's Rumble was terrible for putting your stuff in as well.
Yeah, something like that. It's something like that. The same sort of design, stage design, what they did for like Clash of the Castle, what you went to, Reece, and all that.
Yeah,
and that it's like literally like an.
Yeah, I don't mind long ass rants for other pay-per-views, but it's the Royal Rumble. People are coming in from like entrances, right? And people coming in the ring, and then by the time they get the fucking stuff in, another entrance coming in straight away. So they're not getting the stuff in what they're meant to do. So that's why I like small venues. Not saying small venues, but like the 2008 Royal Rumble. That's set up for Royal Rumbles going forward. Because these long ass ramps, by the time the person who's fucking ran from there to the ramp all the way into the ring, they're not getting the stuff in. And then they get another entrance coming in, and then another one, and then another one. It just fucking did the tits in.
It's the only problem though with the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble's literally they're near enough their third best event of the year. So it's literally like it's literally like you got WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble. Literally, those are some of their best events. So they normally like to put something big on first.
Yeah.
I don't mind the other pay-per-views like SummerSlam Survivor Series having big ramps, but it's the Royal Rumble. You get what I'm saying with the trying to get your freaking stuff in and stuff like that. They're not getting their stuff in, and then other entrants are coming in out of nowhere, and then the other people are not getting the stuff in.
Yeah, it's just like with the whole Jey Uso coming down from the crowd and all that.
That freaking annoyed the shit out of me. That. So like, get in the fucking ring, you tit. And then when Roman give him a slap, I started pissing myself.
Oh yes, I think we was all laughing. I think Reece would have been if Reece had disregarded his.
The entrance were going on for 10 minutes.
Clapping it. He would have been absolute clapping it.
The entrance was going on for a good 10 minutes.
Yep, an absolute snore fest.
I mean, that's why I.
Right, there's times for Jey Uso to do his stupid fucking entrance, not in a Royal Rumble, for fuck's sake.
There's only one time that we need Jey Uso in wrestling, and that's when he's gone. When he's gone, we'll all celebrate.
I think that's when officially you'll see Reece actually yeeting.
No, I already have something special in mind. It's Jey
Uso said, "Can we rewind?" And Roman said, "No, mate, this is a Royal Rumble. Stop fucking about. I don't care if you're my cousin or not, and just give him a slap." I think he eliminated him after that as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. Let's just double check on that.
I was like, thank God, why do you need to freaking yeet in a Rumble, bro? What the fuck? I don't mind Uso doing his freaking yeeting somewhere else, but inside a Royal Rumble match where it matters, where you're wanting to main event a WrestleMania, there's times to not yeet, bro. Come on.
We just don't want him at all. Yeah, catering is where he belongs, absolutely.
Yeah, Jey Uso.
The only thing Jey Uso needs to do is to stick with his brother in a tag team, and that's it. I think I've always said now, people might disagree with me. If his brother didn't get freaking injured, do you think he'd be in the spot where he is now? Absolutely not. I don't think he would have been in the same spot now. No, if his brother didn't get injured, he wouldn't be a main eventer.
I'm going to make it plain and simple. He's never earned anything in his career.
Yeah, if Jimmy didn't get hurt, Jey Uso wouldn't be main event Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
He's essentially the Samoan version of Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. At least she's doing something instead of being in the main event all the time. At least she's doing something else. At least she's doing something with Alexa in the tag division rather than her being in the main event all the time.
Mm.
I know why she won the Rumble last year, because she wanted to put over someone.
Yeah.
I actually do like Charlotte, but years ago I didn't, because she was always being in the main event picture constantly. She's always main eventing, winning championships. But in the couple of 2 years since she got come back from injury, she's been actually doing good with Alexa Bliss. And then she won the Rumble last year. I didn't mind her winning the Rumble last year. She put over Tiffany Stratton, which is okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
She put somebody over for once. She put same with Becky. Becky Lynch. People don't like Becky, but she put over Lyra. Stuff like that. Same with Bayley, putting over Lyra. At least it's not the same people going over.
That is a true point, to be fair. That's a very, very fair point.
I would love it deep down.
I'm surprised that my person who I don't like wasn't in the Rumble this year. Was he even in the Rumble this year, Joe Hendry?
No, he was.
That
He was never.
I don't get his appeal, me whatsoever. Don't know why. Don't know why people like him. I'm gonna go.
There's nothing there, you know.
It's just a merchandise merchant, really. A mean merchant, as they say.
He's just terrible.
He's technically just like Jey Uso. He's got the hit and he's got the freaking song.
Yeah. Okay, so Fernando says in the chat, Becky Lynch is a star maker. Can't remember the last time she made a star. And that's not me trolling, that's me being serious.
No.
Don't know.
Yeah, let's
no
if
idea.
Mark Davis didn't get injured, what?
To be fair, Tony Khan did actually say for the longest time that he was actually still going to put Kyle Fletcher in the singles division. And Kyle Fletcher's a miles better wrestler than Jey Uso.
A lot of people should have been in the Royal Rumble instead of the AAA people.
Yeah.
Like, where were Finn Balor in the Rumble?
Yeah, I don't know why he wasn't in it. Carmelo Hayes as well.
It was Dominic Mysterio in the Rumble. I don't think he was in the Rumble, was he? No?
Yeah,
no.
Rey Mysterio was in the Rumble. I think he came out at number 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Braun wasn't in the Rumble. Finn wasn't.
I would never have Carmelo Hayes in the Royal Rumble. I want a Rumble to be good.
There was a question. There's a question what Abel asked just a moment ago.
Powerhouse Hobbs didn't come out to zero reaction. Did you hear the crowd when he came out? Are you just deaf?
I don't know. I didn't watch. Of course, Abel. Of course. That's a fact of life.
Dan, did Powerhouse Hobbs he did get a big reaction, didn't
he? He got a fair good reaction, but I don't think it was as.
If they didn't put Powerhouse Hobbs on the Titantron and just put Royce Keys, he wouldn't have had a reaction last night at the Royal Rumble. I like how WWE did it. They just put Powerhouse Hobbs and then it just switched to Royce Keys.
Yeah, I think
which was a perfect way to introduce the guy.
Yeah, I think if it had not been for that, I don't think he would have got the reaction what they.
If they didn't put Powerhouse at the start, it would have been fucking silent. But he did get a good pop.
No, Abel, you asked about can you tell me how Braun did? You read upon it, but can you describe it? The best way to describe that.
Braun Breaker, do you mean?
Yeah, in and out like a dog.
Essentially,
I liked how they did it, but I didn't like how Triple H just likes his masked men constantly. I just don't get his freaking hard on over that shit.
By the way, this is not a joke. This is a fact. He actually put this on his Instagram.
Who's this?
Clown Boy.
Who's Clown Boy?
Jey Uso.
So much hate on this MF.
I hate when people say on this MF and all that shit. Just talk properly.
I'll never hate on my family. We lift each other up. Who home world already trying? I can't even speak English, Jeff, please.
Exactly, like American.
Trying to keep us down. We still running what? Flowers.
We're still running shit. I mean, honestly, this guy in English language. Like, someone get this guy a fucking a dictionary, and all that cinema term we use in wrestling came from the bloodline. No, it didn't. It factually came from here. That meme is correct. It all came from this. But I have something for everybody. It's a shame Josiah's internet died because I have something for everybody.
I hate that term cinema. Anyway, it's boring as fuck. It's overused, so I just don't like it. Cinema. You know what is cinema?
A cinema, like the actual film.
This podcast is cinema.
The cinematic era.
I have something for everybody.
Be honest.
I need to hear Dan go heel.
I've seen that plenty of times. Right. So I have some for everybody, and I'm gonna try and.
Nobody got any reaction from the crowd except Bree. Yeah, because Saudi's like the old people.
I'm gonna upload something, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun.
If it was in the States, most of the people would have got a reaction.
If it was in the States, they'd be asking for refunds. I know I would. Right, where is it? I'm looking for something very particular because we're going to have a wee bit of fun. And also, Takahashi, that's a major loss. It's a major loss, but...
He's only going down the road.
So it's a major loss for New Japan. Like, they're losing big time. But there it is. Josiah, get your ass back in here because this involves you. On screen, everybody, I want your opinion. And we're going to try some bit of fun. If it fucking shows.
Was it wrestling related?
Yes. I just had it and I was... Get on screen.
It's not called Daniel Bryan.
No, he's just doing the way they do it. It's understandable.
It's called Bryan Danielson.
Oh. I'll have to do it.
Watch the windows.
There we go. Do it from here. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, there we go. Right. Try this. I want to see what everyone thinks.
Excuse me, what?
Share. There we go. Share window. And try that. So, what I want you guys to do is I want you to create a faction. One, you can't change about this. You have to do it. Create a faction with one wrestler from the Golden Era, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and the current era.
There we go. Booking Temple's at the finest. There we go. Booking Temple. There we go.
Well, I'm going first. This is my land. So I'm going first.
Makes sense of this.
So, Macho Man Randy Savage is my choice from the Golden Era, obviously. Attitude Era, plain and simple. I'm going with, because it was actually a fun version of him. I don't care what anyone says. I'm actually going with Brett. Now, you might think, oh, he wasn't in the Attitude Era. It was. Ruthless Aggression Era, I'm going Kurt Angle. And current era, AJ Styles. Going with you, Dan. What about you?
Ooh.
Golden era, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and current era.
For me, I also say Randy Savage as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Era. Attitude Era. Oh, give me a little bit of Undertaker. That. Ruthless Aggression. That's to be done because I still prefer him in this. I still prefer him in this era. Give me Brock Lesnar of the Ruthless Aggression era.
Fair enough.
Current era.
Not a bad shout, actually.
Current era. I'd actually put Bron Breakker in.
Fair enough.
There you go. I've got mine already. Sweet.
What, the same four?
No, not the same four. I just said I've got mine.
All right, go on then.
All right, so Ric Flair.
Okay.
Pillman in the Attitude Era.
Okay.
Chris Benoit in the Ruthless Aggression.
All right.
And then Gable in current.
Okay. Interesting.
There's the faction.
Catherine's gone for Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold, Cena, Reigns.
Freaking hell. I nearly choked on my freaking coffee, man. Jesus Christ.
I've 100% got a straight face. Wow. Wow.
You said faction. Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold, Cena, Reigns are not going to get on in a faction. Same with the one what Thingy said.
It's interesting. It's interesting. So Fernando went Hogan, Stone Cold, Angle, Drew. That's actually, I can see similarities in that.
Three people wouldn't get on.
I like that faction.
Too many big stars in the faction.
No, to be fair, Stone Cold and Angle would easily get along. Angle and Drew already get along anyway, and so does Stone Cold with Drew. The only one there questionable is Hogan, with any of them. But I like this one: Steamboat, Jericho, Guerrero, Styles. That's a well balanced faction in terms of pure technical and high flying ability. I like that one. That's probably in terms of like the ones listed. It's probably the one I like the most. But I do like the names mentioned. So
I've gone with. I went. The reason why I did picked mine. I went Ric Flair as the talker. As this,
I mean, to be fair, he wasn't technically part of the Golden Era, because the Golden Era did technically end. But I'll still let you grant it just because of the period. So,
and then Pillman for his absolute freaking.
Never really wrestled in WWE, unfortunately. Actually, that's the problem. He didn't really do much because he kept getting injured.
And obviously Benoit. Obviously, people will say get out of here with Benoit, but I like to separate the wrestler to the human being. And then obviously Gable, I think, is underrated as hell. I think he's getting screwed in WWE with the stupid freaking El Grande.
Fair enough.
I liked it when it started with the El Grande thing, but not now. I think it's overdone now.
Catherine could rein them in as manager. Fun. Savage, Kane, RVD, Seth. Not a bad idea. What in the world did Brian Pillman do in the Attitude Era that was memorable? For one,
probably one of the greatest segments in wrestling history with the freaking gun.
That wasn't technically the Attitude Era, but that generally was Attitude. Like, that is an example of the Attitude Era spinning. To be fair, Brian Pillman, even during the Attitude Era, the man was really good when it came to his work with I would say his work with Goldust. I thought his work with the Hart Foundation, his work with Steve Austin in that period. But
I'm not disrespecting everyone's.
The question wasn't what was he did that was memorable. The question is pick a faction choosing a wrestler. That's like asking why did you pick Canadian Murder? Yeah, the guy was great. The guy was great. He did nothing wrong in terms of that show. By the way, he was brilliant at Spring Stampede.
I'm not disrespecting everyone's choice on these creative factions, but
yeah, like you don't see us.
In my opinion,
for Reigns or
somewhat I've seen, the people in those factions are too. Like there's 3 top guys in one faction, they'd probably argue, and then the faction won't even last 2 minutes with those 3 guys in the ring in the same faction. They'd say, I'm the leader. I don't agree with 3 big stars in a faction at the same time. You need a bit of a dilemma.
To be fair, if you look at my faction, I've named 4 top stars. But I've actually named 4 top stars that actually would definitely get along.
So Stone Cold and Kurt Angle wouldn't get on in a faction together because they'd be fighting for top leadership type of thing. Same with Bret Hart and Kurt Angle, they'd be fighting over freaking top leadership and who's the leader and all that shit. You need a freaking like. You need to separate. You don't need like 2 big stars or 3 stars in a faction. You need to separate it a bit.
A faction is also meant to be good. There's not many factions that would rival the one that I've named. Like in terms of like overall talent ability. And work group. Also, you talk about Kurt Angle wouldn't get along well with anyone in the faction. He was in a faction with Sting, Nash, Steiner, and Booker T, and for the longest time it did.
The only faction that Kurt Angle had a good chance was freaking Team Angle. You had Kurt, Shelton, Charlie Horse, good faction.
No, to be fair, I disagree.
That's why the factions work, because you've got a Kurt Angle, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Horse. If you had like what, for example, Kurt Angle, Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hogan in a faction, they'd be fighting on who's the freaking top dog or leader in the faction.
Yeah, but
that's why I don't agree with people adding.
But nobody's
top
naming
stars
that.
In factions.
But nobody's not naming a faction with top stars does work if you don't overload it with top stars. So if you're labeling just 4, that's okay. It's when you go beyond that. So like, for example, like I've said about the NWO faction only works with 5 people. If in terms of top star ability, it only works with 5 people.
The only factions I liked in WWE was Evolution. It worked.
Main Event Mafia worked until they decided that they're going to ruin the Sting Kurt Angle part and just makes Angle completely mental, and then they teamed up with bloody the front line. The front line
worked in WWE history is Evolution. It worked.
That didn't work. That actually didn't. I honestly didn't think that worked at all. That was designed purely for meltdowns. That faction, honestly,
they created 2 stars out of it.
Yeah, it did.
Randy Orton, Batista, they created 2 stars out of it. NWO had too many freaking stars.
That's what I'm saying.
Hogan,
that's what I've already said. The NWO would have worked with just 5 people.
DX was okay. You had Shawn and Triple H.
DX is the only faction that generally worked before it imploded. The 98 version was the only good version of DX.
Heart Foundation worked-ish.
Heart Foundation was a success from start to finish.
Nation of Domination was a meh.
That was good once Rock took over, because that actually made sense, and then in reality it did work. But
and then the Ministry was technically made for The Undertaker, basically.
But that put a lot of people over.
Like that even put freaking Midian over, unfortunately.
Yeah, like everyone in the Ministry of Darkness got over, but when they became the corporate ministry, that was it. It was ruined.
I'm not like shitting over anyone's freaking choices on these creative factions. I just believe that if you put in, like, for example, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, The Rock, and Undertaker in the same bloody faction, then you're gonna get one of them saying I'm the leader, and they're gonna argue within the faction, and the faction's not gonna freaking last 2 seconds.
Aye, that's if you're putting like that type of ego together. Like the factions I've named, you generally don't have that problem. Like, so look at the names I said. I said Savage, I said Brett, I said Angle, and I said Styles. You look at it in general, the one thing they'll agree on constantly who the best is about who the best is, and that faction would rise in that way. It would be a collective. I don't think there'd be a leader in my faction personally. As for Chester, I've said that before and I stand by. X-Pac was the best member of 98 DX. 100%. X-Pac was the best member of that. And honestly, X-Pac at one point was the best member of the NWO when he was 6-pack.
The only thing you need to worry about when you're creating a faction is, are the stars in your faction going to be top stars in a couple of years' time? That's what you need to think about. In my opinion, if you are starting a faction, you need an old guard like Ric Flair. You need a middle of the pack like Pillman. You need a Chris Benoit type of character in that, and then you need a young guy like Gable. That's where I work around factions.
That's only one theory though. A faction isn't always like that. Like a faction, the best way for a faction to work is if they have a common goal and they have an objective.
Well, so, a common goal just to win championships, basically.
Just to completely be the best overall. In my faction, whether they win championships or not, like instantly you know my faction, for example, you instantly you're up against Savage, Brett, Angle, and Styles. You get past one of them, you've got another 3 that are in the conversation of the greatest of all time. Actually, to be fair, all 4 of them are in the greatest conversation. You're in that bracket of, fuck, we're still not done yet. But it's that, if a faction with a purpose is a faction that succeeds, a faction with no purpose doesn't work. That's why the Bloodline was a shit faction. That's why the Judgment Day is a shit faction. That's why the MFTs is shit. That's why the Wyatt 6 is crap. That's why the Corporate Ministry was crap. That's why the first version of the Nation of Domination was awful. Like, there's elements that stand out for a faction to succeed, and if they don't have a common purpose, they are fucking useless. Hello, broken internet.
No, it wasn't my internet. My laptop just died on.
Oh, we've been waiting for a while for you. Yes, Steamboat was the Old Guard faction. To be fair, the Old Guard in my faction is Savage. We're doing a bit of fun here, like, on the 4 Horsemen is the best faction in wrestling history. But creating a faction, 1 wrestling from the Golden Era, 1 from the Attitude Era, 1 Ruthless, and 1 Current. To recap, in the chat, we've got some mentions.
I'm not putting my faction on Twitter. I'll end up getting fucking hate for it because of one person in it. I don't care.
This isn't on Twitter. This is just for a laugh. So Catherine's was Warrior, Stone Cold, Cena, and Reigns. Fernando picked Hogan, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, and Drew. Abel picked Ricky, Steamboat, Jericho, Guerrero, Styles. Those are the ones that haven't been mentioned in the chat, but that's about it. But I picked Savage, Brett, Angle, Styles. Dan, you picked Steamboat, Taker, Lesnar, Braun Breaker. Temple picked
Ric
Flair,
Flair, Pillman, Benoit, Gable.
Yeah. Josiah picked 4 wrestlers, 1 from each era. Who you got in a faction? It's just a bit of fun. It's not serious. It's just a bit of fun.
Macho Man, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, and Seth Rollins. Why not?
It's a good faction. That's a genuinely good faction as well. And then we are gonna do one last thing. Because obviously Josiah is back on now, which is great. So now we can get Josiah's opinion on Takahashi's exit. And we've passed 100 years.
Probably the least surprising exit of the month.
You think he's going Noah? Or do you think... Because I wonder what he will do. Because I don't see him with Naito again. I really don't.
Actually, from the things that I've been reading about his goals in future, I think he might end up in AEW.
That works. I would like to agree with Maria's, but the problem is one of them is not a WWE Golden Generation wrestler, but she says Sting, Rock, Lesnar, Rollins. If it had been like the Golden Generation had been WCW as well, I probably would have picked Sting over Savage. Yeah, you've picked yours, Carl. You've picked Wallen, Mercy, Miriam, Bray Wyatt, and Bo Dallas. You basically picked the 4 generations of Wyatt. Which I'm going to say...
Where do you think Bray Wyatt got his stick from?
Well, IRS.
But technically, Bray Wyatt's gimmick is Wallen Mercer.
Yeah. Which is top tier. You could literally say it's like 2 generations of Wyatt plus Midian, but as long as he's not naked, and Wallen Mercer, who was top tier, but like IRS in a faction with them would have been so much fun. Cash in, so we'll call it Tax and Fireflies. You walk alone to the unknown to get yourself stuck in fireflies. Maria's went Savage as her WWF mention. Rock, Lesnar, Rollins. That's actually a good faction. That's a good faction. I'm just glad no one says Shane McMahon. Thank you, people. Thank you. I would have died on the inside.
There we go. You're talking about money. We've got RS, Shane McMahon, Teddy DiBiase. There you go. There's your faction.
Yeah, we call it tax fraud and stealing from the people.
And then the theme song could be like a remix with Shane McMahon. Here comes the money, and then money, and then mix it up.
IRS was an incredible wrestler as well. Like, I don't think people remember just how good Mike Rotunda was as a wrestler. Like, bloody hell, he was so good. Like, really good. But anything about New Japan as well you want to bring up as well, Josiah? Like, over to yourself. Anything else you want to bring up?
We've talked about the Clark Connors.
What about Savage and Steve? What about Savage and Seth Rollins? The revolutionaries? No.
I would Savage with Rollins. I don't know if I could take that.
Yeah,
Savage would have to remind Rollins like that he needs to be tough.
I don't think most top guys in factions work. It's just my opinion. Just doesn't happen.
It's like I said, they work if you have a common goal. Like, everyone in the Four Horsemen was a top guy, and it worked. You know what I mean? Like, it works if you have a common goal. If you don't have a common goal, it doesn't work. And their common goal was simply to just be the best, and they were. But yeah, we've not spoken about Clark Connors though. Let you have that one, mate.
Yeah. Just more frustration with this whole New Japan AEW partnership.
I know you don't like it. I know you don't. You've been consistent with it. But here's the thing as well I want to ask. Do you genuinely think there's an issue behind the scenes with New Japan?
Pretty much, yeah. I've said that once before.
I don't think so. I think it's literally just AEW seeing New Japan's talent flourishing and then just taking them. That's what I think it is.
Basically WWE when they bought over the territories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When NXT were signing all the Ring of Honor guys like Steen, Jericho, Balor, freaking Hideo Tommy, Apollo Crews, Priest,
Mm-hmm.
and all that lot. When NXT Black and Gold was a thing, Ciampa, Gargano, and all the NXT were buying technically Ring of Honor, basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I think the only partnership that's worked in the last 15 years is generally Ring of Honor and New Japan.
Yeah.
Because that technically didn't feel like a partnership either.
Yeah, but Tony Khan going to buy, like, you can sign loads of people, isn't it? It's like, and you got enough freaking roster depth.
We've already confirmed it in terms of, like, we already did on the last show, like, just how much numbers they actually have on both rosters. Like, WWE still outnumbers them, but
I'm sure they're going to sign Clark Connors because freaking Tech.
He's signed. He's signed. He's signed with them.
And then Gabe Kidd's going to be next.
Yeah,
and then Hiramu's probably going to go Noah because it makes sense for him to go there.
I've nothing against him going Noah. I've got nothing against him going Noah. I just think New Japan really need talent. They're losing heavy. Abo says good faction, Abo. Good faction, Abo. Roberts, APA. But it needs to be one Abo. Pick Farouk or Bradshaw. So Jake Roberts, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, but it's one of Farouk or Bradshaw, not both.
Jake Roberts, APA, Randy and Kevin Owens.
Well, he is current era.
I agree with two there.
No, that works. There's no issue there. Based on your own words, there's no issue there in terms of that faction. That actually does work. It's a good faction though. Jake Roberts would be, in my opinion, the leader though.
Jake Roberts, yeah, manager. Randy Orton, the old guard.
No, he's talking about Randy Orton. Jake Roberts is his old guard wrestler. He's using Jake Roberts as his golden era wrestler. Jake Roberts and that would 100% be quality. And yeah, he needs to stay in New Japan, Gabe Kidd. 100% he needs to stay.
Won't Randy Orton and Kevin Owens fight though?
Not legitimately. Bradshaw instead of Farouk. Fair enough.
That's another guy to join the Money Incorporated. You could do ROS, Ted DiBiase, Shane McMahon, and Bradshaw. Lols. Obviously not, but I'm just pissing about.
New Japan might go out of business if this keeps up, says Fernando. Considering the fact that they were turning around in terms of...
I don't think they'll go out of business.
It would be horrible to see
they probably wouldn't go. They probably wouldn't go out of business, but it'd be unwatchable if it keeps going on the way it is.
It'll get to that point. If it does, and that'll be really sad. I don't
know why WWE and AEW are signing loads of people when they've got enough talent on their roster to use. AEW's got like a freaking graveyard of people he can use.
We don't need Gabe Kidd to go to New Japan, Fernando. We need him to stay where he is. Like, if he goes
Gabe
to
Kidd could be a huge star in New Japan. You don't get the assignment.
Yeah, like
Gabe Kidd could be a huge star in New Japan, and you're probably thinking, "Oh, he's not going to be. He's going to be a big star in New Japan." You don't have to be a big star because you have to go to AEW and WWE.
But he already, if you actually deep it, he is a star. Him and Tsuji are right now are the stars of New Japan. Like they are the stars.
I don't get this agenda. You have to go to WWE or AEW to be a big star. It's
Here's a fact, and people are not going to like this. There is no stars in WWE. Because they only care about the freaking name. If you want to be a star, you go elsewhere, can prove you can be a star. Gabe Kidd right now is a star in New Japan. He doesn't need to leave. Like the thing about New Japan is New Japan needs a main event roster. They've just lost their most important character. They can't then lose one of their best wrestlers. Same with Zack Sabre Jr. They can't afford to lose him. I don't think you'll see him go anyway, but you can't afford to lose him. You can't afford to lose Yoa. You can afford to lose Great-O-Khan, because that's a great loss in a good way.
But you can use him for the purpose of, I don't like using this word, but you can use him for putting people over something.
Yeah,
even if you don't like him.
He needs to go because he's just hogging up. He's just hogging up.
But you need those talents in a wrestling company to freaking have a balanced roster. Like you might not like Great-O-Khan, you might not like Shota Umar or Renarita, but they're going to be using those talents for other purposes. Like
I agree. Over
people.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying you don't need Great-O-Khan now when his movement is gone. Same with Ishii. Like Ishii's movement is gone. There's no point using them anymore.
It's like Toriano.
Yeah,
I don't like him, but he's a good hand. He's a good hand for New Japan. Put him in the ring, and there's your loss.
Like I'm saying, I'm fine with enhancement talent. I've got nothing against that. Or talent who'll gladly put people over. But if you're going to at least do that, have some mobility.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, Great-O-Khan, get rid of him. Tomohiro Ishii, get rid of him. They can't move anymore. Doesn't mean they're bad people.
Glenn, I don't like the word jobber. I don't like it. I think it's just stupid.
They're just done. There's nothing against them.
Technically, a jobber is enhancement talent.
You want to be a star, come to the SWA because Josiah can turn on you.
Yeah, if you want to be a bigger star, join the Temple.
Wolf is going to get the jetpack push in New Japan. I hope so. I hope so. Like, we bought him to him very early. We see talent.
I hope I've answered your question, Glenn. I don't like the word jobber. I just think it's just dumb. It's technically a jobber is somebody that puts someone over, or what Reece said, enhancement talent.
It used to be.
It's like saying like Tozawa and Otis are jobbers, but they're not. They're just there to take the L's, aren't they? Not jobbers, are they?
He didn't say that. Surely he didn't say that.
Why? What?
Let me just breathe first. Now, as I've already said this many a times, as a wrestling historian, I respect.
It's so stupid again.
Oh, it's 5 words, but it's definitely terrifying. Now, I've said it before. As a wrestling historian, I admire Dave Meltzer for that, right? But when it comes to some of his opinions, this guy's wild. But he said this in 5 words: Dynamite beat Raw in ratings. Now,
where's this information? Val Venus, any question?
Right here.
Oh, James Morrow. He does a podcast with Maven, doesn't he?
Dutch Mantel as well. He's actually a good podcaster. James.
He's alright. I like him. He's from the UK, isn't he? I think
he's from Manchester.
Oh, is he actually?
Yeah, he's a Manchester boy. Yeah, he's a sound guy. But
now
I'm not saying anything negative about Dave Meltzer, but on what basis did Dynamite actually beat Raw in the ratings? If he said SmackDown, I'd probably believe it because SmackDown's on major downhill. But Raw got Raw did that annoyingly well last week. And I say annoyingly well because they need to keep coming down. This guy's doing a WCW Universe mode.
Nice.
Fair play. But still.
It works. Oh, here we go. Who's that TemplePlays idiot?
Yeah, you certainly are.
Who's that idiot?
I was gonna get, but it's the fucking amount
but there's more information.
The amount of money on this bullshit is ridiculous. It annoys me how expensive they've got the games. Like, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. Like, it's not even. It's
I ordered mine today.
Yeah. Abel, go and enjoy yourself. Was Val Venus any good or just a gimmick?
Yeah.
Val Venus.
I liked his feud with Goldust. That was good.
Mm-hmm. He was a good wrestler.
Goldust is underrated.
Yeah, Goldust is. I've said it before. Goldust is the best wrestler of his family.
Yeah, by a mile.
Yeah, best character.
He was even better than his dad.
He was miles better than Dusty. Dusty was a great world champion. Before anyone says anything. Before anyone says I'm knocking him, I'm not. What are your? There's a good one. There's a good question. What are your thoughts on the winner of the Young Lion Cup?
Good call.
I mean, I don't really think much of any of the Young Lions, to be honest. They're just there.
You think they've got any possibility of getting better, or are you just like, yeah?
I don't know. It's like this crop of young lions feel like they've been young lions for ages. So it just
I get Josiah's point. Yeah, I think
not progressing enough.
The guy who's got a burnt mark. I don't know if it's a burnt mark on his shoulder, but I think is it a burnt mark on his shoulder or is it something else?
It's a birthmark, yeah.
Birthmark. He's been a young lion for how long?
Yeah.
And he's not progressed.
Well, time-wise.
So I'm like saying, is he really ready or what?
It's like JCJ in NXT. So many years in there, they put him on it, and you're like, no, this don't work.
Zane Jay's progressed.
Yeah, I agree.
He looks pretty promising. Him.
Why isn't there that's a fair question. Why isn't there a Young Lion SWA tournament? Because these are all established.
I do it. If like somebody joins my EFED, they go through a 3 month thing.
To be fair, I was contemplating, like, I did technically have a roster for younger talent. The problem is you don't get enough slots. It's easier to do it in the new game. It'll be easier to do it in 2K26 because I will be making major ideas of it.
Yeah, there's 200 core slots in 2K26.
You said you weren't getting 2K26.
I might get it, just I'm not going to get the version I wanted.
Yeah, 2K26 has got 200 core slots.
I might end up just having to get the standard version and just get none of the DLC. I'm really annoyed because I wanted the Monday Night War edition.
Why don't you get it then?
I'm not spending 140 quid on a game. only a genuine moron spends 140 quid on a game.
Right, cheers, thank you.
Well, I'm being deadly honest.
Do you get paid for your YouTube?
Think about it. That's almost a quarter of the price of actually getting a console.
What do you think I get the game? Because I'm not allowed to say on it, but I do get paid what I do anyway.
To be fair, like, my channel.
I'm getting it.
You already told us that 2K are affiliated with you.
Yeah, I'm getting seven days early access, mate, but 14 days early access because I'm partnered with 2K apparently.
When did you find that out? Or how did you find that out?
I've been partnered with 2K for a good 3 years now.
Tell them to actually make their games better because the gameplay is pish.
They don't care about the people. They don't care about that. Do you know what they care about?
Money.
If the bank account's full.
Yeah, no, that's why
I'll be honest, mate. If I didn't have my YouTube and if I didn't have my EFED, do you think I'd buy these games?
That's why they're not getting any of my money.
If I didn't have my EFED and if I wasn't getting paid for YouTube, I wouldn't even be doing this shit. I wouldn't be buying games like that. Same with FIFA. I don't even buy the FIFA games anymore.
To be fair, that's a good faction. That's a good faction. Right, we've went 3 hours and 3 minutes. I think we can safely say that's a wrap. So, Dan, thanks for coming on, mate. It's good to have you on.
Been a pleasure.
More welcome, of course, any time. But in circumstance, of course, folks, it's been a pleasure. What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday, yeah. The women get their turn tomorrow in the SWA, so Catherine probably won't appear because she hates women. But we'll definitely have a laugh.
Jester, can I just say something with that comment? People might not like this, but this is going to be my...
That's what happens when you upgrade on game systems or platforms.
I get that people can't afford a PlayStation 5, right? But, in my opinion, they should have stopped freaking buying games for the PlayStation 4 3 fucking years ago.
To be fair, even then, the PlayStation 5 was still over £600, so in the PlayStation 5 Pro is 900. So it's still it doesn't really matter. I actually understand why he's stuck with the PS4. I get it. Because again,
how much does it take to fill a bank account? I don't know how much are you bringing in.
Well, the funny thing is, how much does it take to fill a bank account? 1 pence, because then your bank account is technically filled. It's got money in it. So there you go. And I'm a banker, so try argue with that, dare you? What is your favourite flavour? Cornetto, chocolate, mint, strawberry, mango. I haven't had a cornetto in years. It's for Dan. Yeah. To be fair, the last one I had was a mint one. Mint ones are good.
Yes, I'd have to go with mint for me every day, any day of the week. I could. I like that.
One cornetto, give it to Dan. One cornetto, give it to Dan.
Well, here's something.
Temple, I got a challenge for you. Create a song singing that.
No, sorry, I've got a statement just for everybody, and that's how it goes. To be fair, I've got so many consoles, and I've got my PC.
Oh, did you like my Sino remix the other day when I started? What's that song now? Because somebody was pissing me off in the group on this live. I don't know if it's in or not.
It was Billy. You done Cry Me a River.
Yeah. Billy.
Well, I'm gonna leave a comment just for you. So
what, for me?
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
I've got a voice of an angel, Glenn. Thank you.
That's not what Tammy says. She says, "Government boy, behave."
Yeah. We Dan, what music did you? What remix did you want? Sorry.
They need to do the Cornetto remix at least.
Yeah, but I'll send it through. Have you got Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Discord. You're in the Discord. Yeah.
You fanny. Anyway.
No,
fanny. You're a fanny. Anyway, we're leaving the night with 112 views. So thanks everybody, and don't get caught in 4K. Hit the like button and subscribe, and see you later. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.